It's already been that long that's been happening over on Channel 9. This is a bit of an odd night to be back because I'm very used to these boy-girl doubleheaders, as we call them, always going the way of the girls and then the boys. But it's going to be the Wildcats getting things started. And no, it's not a homecoming special. If you know the reason why, if you know the history of why this is taking place, that's good for you. If you got to witness it a couple of years ago, all I will say is that the Elkton Police Department closes a little early. So the boys are up first just in case there's anything resembling what happened here in the district tournament a couple years ago. I'm sure we'll avoid all of that in this district clash. The Wildcats coming in at 5-7 overall on the season, the reigning 13th district tournament champs under head coach Dee Spencer, just 2 wins away from 200 for his career. Coming off of what was that 5th district tournament championship for his career now, 73-30 against district opponents at Franklin-Simpson, going up against these Todd County Central Rebels, 3-11 on the season. Again, both of these teams opening district play. The Rebels coming in off of 3 consecutive losses. Franklin-Simpson falling to an 11-2 South Warren squad on Tuesday, 52-42. Shot just 33% in that ball game, and also fell to 1-4 on the season when they are under the 40% mark shooting. We'll have the girls match up for you here, both on WFKN and on Channel 9 in the second half of this doubleheader. We're a little late getting going, as if you've ever been out to Elkton, you know the signal is not exactly the strongest, so we had to move some things around to get things going on both sides, but we're glad to be with you on the air, whether you're listening online on WFKN.com, if you're listening, whether it be on the WFKN app, if you're tuning in on the radio dial, or you may be watching alongside us on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. It's a shotgun start on all sides. So let's go ahead and dive into the starting lineups for this matchup. Again, the boys playing first in this doubleheader between Franklin-Simpson and Todd County Central. Up first, the starting 5 for the Rebels, 3-11 on the season under second-year head coach Walter McCombs III, coming in after being an assistant for D.G. Sherrill at Bowling Green. This is a Todd County Central team that had really had some turbulence before he took this job. 3 different head coaches in 4 years trying to find some stability, and it's been tough because this is a team coming into this game that only had 1 active senior on the roster, although potential for another one of those seniors to return here tonight. We'll talk about that as the game goes on. Taking a look at the starting 5 for the Rebels. Up first, number 1, John Ross Cardwell, a 6-foot junior, their leading scorer on the season at 13.8 points per game to go along with nearly 6 rebounds per game. He's been in double figures 7 times this season, although he's been held to single digits in 3 straight games coming into this one. Just 10 for 40 from the field over that stretch. Spencer Poole, 6-foot freshman, number 10, averaging 11 points and 6 rebounds per game. That's the highest mark on this Todd County Central team. Not an especially long Rebels squad. No player taller than 6'2" in the starting 5. That's 6'2" belonging to number 14, Jaden Carrington, a junior, averaging 1.7 and 2 rebounds per game on the season. Number 11, Jaden Glass, a 6-foot junior, averaging 5.1 points, 3.4 rebounds per game on the season. Had just 2 on 1 for 5 shooting against Clinton County, but it was hard for anyone on this Todd County team to get quite frankly anything going offensively in that one, falling 88-40 to the Bulldogs. And over this losing streak, they have scored 40 or less in every game in this stretch of 3 after scoring at least 50 in 10 of 11 prior to this losing streak. Rounding out the starting 5, Connor Holder. He is their 3-point threat. Number 22, the 6'1" junior, averaging 13.4 points per game. He's made 43 three-pointers this season at a 36% clip. Been in double figures, a team high 10 times. A couple times he scored at least 20. 3 times this season he has made at least 5 three-pointers. The Wildcats are going to have to run him off the line. That's the biggest difference between these two teams, what they do from outside. The Rebels as a team averaging 53 points per game, but they give up 74. That's been by far the biggest issue. They've given up at least 70 points 7 times this year. On the other side for Franklin-Simpson, 5-7 on the season under 14th year head coach Dee Spencer. Coming off of that loss to South Warren, and a bit of a double whammy for the Wildcats in this one, as they are without normal starter Jameer Brooks, out for the flu in this one. That's 10.5 points and a team high 5.2 rebounds. That will not be in the starting 5 for Franklin-Simpson. To get some of that rebounding back, 6'3" sophomore Donovan Dudley, number 34. He's going to get the start for Franklin-Simpson, averaging 1.5 points, 2 rebounds per game in 8 appearances so far this season. Joining him in the front court, 6'2" senior Cole Scherer, averaging 9.7 points, 4.2 rebounds per game. He's been in double figures 6 times, if you were with us, for Franklin-Simpson back basketball last season. I harped on this repeatedly. When Cole scores, the Wildcats win. They're 4-2 when he scores in double figures this season. The leading scorer for Franklin-Simpson, Ja'Kai Partinger, the 6'2 senior, averaging 13.6 points per game to go along with 5 rebounds. He's been in double figures, or had been in double figures, 11 straight to open the season before being held to just 9 points on 3 for 16 shooting against South Warren on Tuesday. That's been the bugaboo for Ja'Kai this season, shooting just 32% from the field after shooting nearly 40% last year. Joining him in the backcourt, number 23, Brody McAllister, the 6-foot junior, averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds per game on a team best 54% shooting from the floor and also 53% from deep. He's 8 for 15 from outside. And rounding up the starting 5, some more size in there. 6'3 junior Caden Brewer, number 11, averaging 3 points and 3 rebounds per game on the season, shooting it at 47% from the floor. The Wildcats averaging 56 points per game, giving up nearly 60, only making 4 3-pointers per game this season. Last year they made at least 5 14 times. They were 9-5 when they hit that mark. Just 5 times this year, 3-2 when they get to 5 3-pointers made. The tip is thrown up. The Wildcats win it, and we're underway from Todd County Central for this district opener. Wildcats operating quickly. Brewer can't finish at the right side of the rim. Dudley, though, gets the offensive rebound. Here comes Partinger, stuck at the elbow, drops it off. McAllister on the block. Triple team. Back to Kai. Right block. Fakes right. Up and under. Tries to scoop it up and misses. Here come the Rebels the other way with the ball in the hands of the talented freshman Spencer Poole. They wrap it around up top. There's Holder for 3. Rattles out. Long rebound chased down by Cardwell for Todd County Central. And the Rebels reset very fast, opening 30 seconds. But we're scoreless so far from Todd County Central. Rebels reset it up top with John Ross Cardwell. Now send it over to Holder. Now to Poole as he's guarded by Ja'Kai Partinger at the top of the key right wing. Carrington jabs. Brewer guarding him very loosely. Rebels looking to hold it here. And this has really become the distinct style for Todd County Central as of late. 3 ball from the top of the key. That one off the mark. Batted around. Partinger tips it, and it's pulled down by Dudley. Here comes Ja'Kai. Left wing. He jabs. Goes between the legs, and they reset up top with McAllister to Brewer on the right side. Caden Brewer, the junior, season high of 6 against Monroe County. Goes over to Scher, stuck at the elbow, checks his options. Now to Dudley up top. Todd County coming out 3 feet past the 3-point line with his man-to-man defense. Being clapped on by head coach McCombs on the sideline. Partinger drives, hesitates, gets to the left side, and has it knocked away by Poole at the rim. He has it now. Crosses half court, picked up by McAllister. Good cutoff. Behind the back dribble, and they set up the offense. With the freshman Poole, had a team-high 13 points and 5 rebounds in that loss Tuesday to Clinton County. Gives it up, now gets it right back. Dumps it off to Cardwell on the block. Wraps around Sharon, scores. It's Todd County Central striking first, 2-0. 2 minutes into this one for the Rebels on their home floor. McAllister running the point. Drives left, gets all the way to the rim. Some contact, no call, and it's rebounded by the Rebels. Cardwell up ahead on the left side to Holder. Now he brings it out to the left corner, and they reset up top in the hands of Poole. Poole wraps around, pulls from 8 on the left side and scores. Switches home the mid-range jumper. And it's 4-0 Todd County Central. Rebels shooting 39% from the floor as a team. That's just a tick off of Franklin-Simpson's 40%. McAllister has it knocked away up top, and it's stolen. Here comes Cardwell the other way. Partinger guarding in transition. Stops under the basket, banks it home, and it's 6-0 Rebels. 5:15 left opening quarter. Partinger crossover dribble. Scherer wants it in the corner, now finally gets it, but no time to shoot. Spins through, but he walked. Spun across his body, called for taking steps. And the Wildcats are in trouble early on. 5:05 left first quarter, 6-0 Todd County. Poole swings it over on the right side to Connor Holder. Coming off an 8-point game against Clinton County. Went 2 for 7 from outside. Up top to Cardwell. Whips it around to Glass, averaging 5 per game. And into the corner Holder. Very patient offense. Holder guarded by Dudley out on the three-point line. Wraps to the wing, crosses, steps back at the top. Now they reset on the left side with Poole. Coach McCombs waves him out, and they'll set up the offense. McAllister pressuring. Poole drives through everyone. Acrobatic scoop layup, and Coach Spencer has to take a timeout. 8-0 Todd County Central with 4:23 left in this opening quarter. My goodness, what a start for the Rebels. You wouldn't believe this is a team that came in struggling so much offensively. I had mentioned over this 3-game losing streak, 40 or less in every game, scored just 40 points in that game against Clinton County. They're missing a couple of seniors in Hunter Johnson and Lane Thomas, both averaging between 6 and 7 points per game. They had Hunter Johnson listed on the team scorebook for this game, but I don't see him down on the bench in that 24 jersey. So we'll see whether or not he's actually available tonight. Regardless, Franklin-Simpson needs an answer. It's the same 5 on the floor, with McAllister at the point. Bardinger has it left wing. Dudley is on the block. Now wraps to get at the top of the key. Dudley with a big size advantage against Carrington. Bardinger wraps right side. Crossover dribble. Pulls up from just inside the three-point line. Left it short, and it's rebounded by Poole. Poole in transition. Bumps off Bardinger. Missed the layup long. But then it's knocked away from Brewer in transition. Rebels get hands on it. Jump ball quickly called, and the arrow will send it to Todd County Central. Michael Denning will be the first sub for Franklin-Simpson as Brewer comes out. Denning, the 5'8 sophomore, averaging 2.2 points per game, has been extremely efficient when he shot it, 10 for 15 from the floor. Ball goes onto the left side. It's Poole. Looks down low, has it knocked away, though. What a play by Denning to Scherer. In transition, Bardinger fouled at the rim by John Ross Cardwell, so he'll go to the line for 2.
And a foul on the Rebels, number 1, his first, team first.
Bardinger, a 70% free throw shooter this season. Leads the Wildcats in points and three-point makes, but he'd tell you he's got to get those percentages up. 32% from the floor, 26% from three. A lot of volume for Ja'Kai this year. I knew that would be the case coming off of last season as he makes the first of the 2 free throws. Bends and fires the second, and it's good. Take a moment to tell you this first quarter is brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Former FS Wildcat Tanner Clark and his team bring you the best in accounting and tax services, as well as payroll and bookkeeping. Tanner invites you to pay him a visit at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin, or to call 270-586-9899. You can find out more at clarkcpagroup.net. Rebels throw it away on their last possession, so the Wildcats have it back, trailing at 8-2, 3:15 left in this opening quarter. Bardinger left side gets a screen from Dudley, drives to the elbow, kicks right corner. Denning for 3. Off the heel, bounces around and falls off. Scherer fighting for the rebound, and he'll force the jump ball to keep the possession with Franklin-Simpson. That's a pure hustle play from Cole. Went up between 2 Todd County players. Mentioned they don't have a lot of size, and Cole was able to take advantage as Dudley will come out. Kason Hemshoot in, the 5'10 junior, averaging a point and a rebound per game. McAllister to inbound underneath. Drops it off to a wide open Hemshoot, and he gets the alley-oop. Technically, he was 3 or 4 inches off the ground. Gets it to fall, and the Wildcats have cut the lead to 4 with 3 minutes to go before the second quarter. First bucket for Hemshoot, right side. Rebels try to answer from 3, and they do, off the hand of Jaden Glass. First time they've struck from outside. It's 11-4 Todd County. Denning in the corner, surveys, now drops it off for McAllister. Guarded by Glass, who just made the shot, to Bardinger on the block. Goes up, pushed it long, rebounded by Cardwell. That was well defended by Poole, who now gets the pass from Cardwell, charges into the front court, and is bumped by Denning at the elbow.
Foul is on the floor, number 1. The Wildcats, that's his first, team first.
Wildcats allowing nearly 60 points per game on the season. They're 0-5 this year when giving up at least 60, 4-7 when giving up at least 50, and that tells you, you do the math from that 5-7 record. Only one team held under 50 this season. Off the inbound, they set up a play for a 3 for Holder. It's missed long. And here comes McAllister. Inside, Brody banks it in. Quickly, timeout taken by Todd County. So it must have been something about that sequence in particular that Coach McCombs wasn't a fan of. It's another 30, so we'll stay here again. 2:13 left opening quarter, 11-6. Todd County Central leads it after Brody McAllister got on the board for the Wildcats with that running bank shot from about 6 feet. Brody averaging 12 points per game, came on strong at the end of last year with a streak of 7 straight games in double figures. He scored at least 9 times this season coming into tonight. And led the Wildcats with 10 exactly in that loss to South Warren. It'll still be Denning, McAllister, Pardinger, Scherer, and Hemshoot out there for Franklin-Simpson out of the timeout. Rebels trying to break a Franklin-Simpson press, and they can't. Cardwell lost it out of bounds into the Franklin-Simpson bench on the left side. And the Wildcats quickly get it back with 2:08 left to go in the quarter. Pardinger will bring it across half court. No, he'll bounce it right back to Brody. And he'll operate out of the point. Over to Pardinger, right wing. Up top, tries to go to Hemshoot. He was running away from it. Denning has to chase it down on the far side, but he went over and back. Nearly stayed in the front court. But the back foot went across that line, and Coach Spencer not happy with the miscommunication there with Case and Hemshoot. And the Rebels get it back up by 5. Poole had momentarily checked out. He comes right back in for Todd County. Now he'll bring it across half court. Right side, Jaden Glass has the lone 3 in this one for the Rebels, averaging 6 makes per game at a 29% clip. And they'll throw him up there, taking 21 as a team. He takes another one from the right side, and he spots it in the eye of McAllister, make it 14-6 Todd County. Second 3 for Jaden Glass. Only had 11 on the season coming into this game, shooting 23% from outside. He's 2 for 2. Pardinger dumps it off. Nice find to Scherer. Can't get it to go from 8 feet, but Denning knocks it away. And the Wildcats get another chance. Pardinger drives left side. He was bumped on the drive, called on the floor with 1:15 left in the quarter. Wildcats will have a baseline inbound.
Foul in zone number 22 of the Rebels, his first, team second.
Foul called on Holder. It's his first, just the second on Todd County. McAllister to inbound. Scherer wraps, has it on the right wing. Goes to Pardinger, lost it for a moment, being pressured out there by Holder, lost it again, gets it back and then bumped again. That's exactly how Holder got the last foul, and it's how he picks up his second as well. See if they leave him in. Nope, he's going to come out, and Jaden Carrington will come back in for Todd County.
Team third.
McAllister underneath to a wide open Hemshoot off the inbounds play. That's the same play they ran to get Hemshoot an open one earlier. Back-to-back times it works. Gives Hemshoot 4. And the Wildcats get a steal off the inbound as well. Pardinger can't make the layup, though. Fighting for the rebound. They're going to get a foul against Franklin-Simpson as Spencer Poole had pulled down the rebound for the Rebels. That's the second foul on Michael Denning as well. Great chance there for Franklin-Simpson to double up and make this a 4-point game, but Kai couldn't convert. And it's still 14-8 with 57 seconds left in this opening quarter. Wildcats with a 2-2-1 full court pressure set up. Super Stout now in for Franklin-Simpson with those 2 fouls on Denning. Todd County breaks the press to perfection, and Noah Rager, the beneficiary, as he checked in for Holder with his 2 fouls. He was wide open on the block as they break the press to make it 16-8, 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Scherer up top. Drives around, goes all the way to the rack and scores. How often do you see Cole put it on the floor from the top of the key? He drives all the way in and drops it in for 2. 16-10. Glass right side. He attacks, gets baseline. His floater good. Jaden Glass already has 8 for Todd County Central. It's 18-10. Rebels lead it. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Partinger, deep left wing, guarded by Cardwell. 6 seconds left. 5, gets a screen from Scherer, crosses over, top of the key. 2 with his foot on the three-point line, and Jakai swishes it home for his first field goal of the night. Wildcats put up 12, but they give up 18 to this Todd County team, averaging just 52.6 per game on the season. After one, Rebels lead it thanks to a hot start, 18-12 over Franklin-Simpson. You're listening to Wildcat Basketball on 92.3 WFKN.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day.
And Wildcats with 4 points apiece from Jakai Partinger and Kaysen Himshoot coming off the bench, averaging 1 point per game on the season. This is the third time he scored 4 points. That's a career high for Kaysen Himshoot. On the other side, 18 already for the Rebels, who get a couple of threes from Jaden Glass. That's the difference, those 6 points. Left corner, a three-pointer on the way. Todd County Central picks up where they left off. It's Noah Rager who knocks it down from deep. Third triple for the Rebels, who lead it 21-12. Scherer bumped by Carrington.
Foul is on Rebels number 14, his first.
First foul of the quarter, 28 seconds in. Wildcats coming in on a four-game winning streak in this series. Coach Spencer 27-6 against Todd County Central all time. The Wildcats last year won the 2 meetings by 27 and 25. Down low, McAllister fighting through, pushes his layup long. That's been the issue for Franklin-Simpson offensively. Missed layups early on, far side. J.C. Roby in for Franklin-Simpson. Diving effort to knock one out of bounds. Roby, the 6-foot junior, making his 10th appearance of the year. And they're actually going to get him for a foul, so contact against J.C. Looked clean at first, but instead he picks up his first foul. We'll see if they call it a bit tighter here in this second quarter. Wasn't much going in the first. Inbound comes in on the right side. Glass wraps around left corner. Cardwell is wide open for three. That one airmailed long. I think he was surprised that he was that open. And McAllister pulls down the rebound for Franklin-Simpson. Quiet night for Brody. Just 2 points so far. Gives it to Stout. Now it's kicked back out. And they'll set up the offense with Jakai Partinger. To Brody, right side. Caden Brewer got the start tonight for Franklin-Simpson. Wraps inside, stuck under the basket, but fouled, trying to force it up. And Caden Brewer will go to the line for 2 free throws after the foul on Spencer Poole. Will be the third and fourth free throws of the night for Franklin-Simpson. Getting the line nearly 16 times per game this season. As the first of these 2 misses for Brewer. He's now 5 for 12 at the line on the year. Scherer comes in as Stout comes out between free throws. Wildcats 5-1 this season when they make at least 10 free throws. They were 6 for 7 against South Warren Tuesday as Denning misses both. Brewer. And the Wildcats come up empty-handed. Here's Glass on the right side. Pass to the top of the key, stolen. Scherer the other way, all the way to the left block, scores it, and one. Cole with a second basket and a chance to make it a three-point play. 6:44 left before halftime, 21-14. Franklin-Simpson trailing Todd County Central, looking to get some momentum going with this pressure. And that big because it's also the second foul on Spencer Poole. So he and Holder, both double-digit scores on the season for Todd County Central, a Rebels team that is already not deep. Missing a couple of seniors that have missed the last 6 games. Now with 2 of their star players sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. Cardwell brings it across half court, leaves it on the left block for big Elijah Wilson. He's the one that came in, missed the layup underneath, was well contested by Scherer up front, but Cardwell gets the rebound. He goes up amongst the trees and misses short. Finally rebounded by Roby for Franklin-Simpson. Off to Partinger. Down low, McAllister one-on-one and scores it on the block with the 3-point play, and now the 2 by McAllister. The Wildcats have cut it to a 4-point lead. 21-17. Scherer knocks one out of bounds on the near side.
Back in for the Rebels.
Wildcats starting to speed Todd County Central up. They gave up an open layup with the press early on, and now because of that, Connor Holder, even with his 2 fouls, he's going to check back in for Todd County Central as Wilson comes right back out. Cardwell has it on the left wing off the inbound, being pressured by McAllister. Left elbow, it goes to Rager. Checking his options. Goes to Cardwell. Left side, Glass. Quick trigger 3. Banks it in. Glass off the glass. His 3rd 3. And it's 24-17 Todd County Central. I guess prayers do still get answered in Elkton. Roby up top. Gives it to Scherer, free throw line. Pulls up and rattles it home. Cole Scherer now with 5 in the quarter. He's got a team high 7 for the game. It's 24-19. Here comes Holder the other way, right side. Fade away, 10-foot jumper. Misses from the baseline. Here comes Kai. Wildcats have numbers. Partinger all the way to the rack. Has it blocked. They say it's a clean block for Glass. What a game he's had. Jaden Glass, the 6-foot junior, leaves it off for Cardwell inside. Spins, hooks, misses, but he's fouled.
Foul is on number 24, the Wildcats, his first, team second.
2 free throws on the way for John Ross Cardwell, averaging nearly 14 points per game to pace the Rebels on the season. 11 for 20 at the free throw line, 55%, and he misses the first of these 2. The team chaplain before the game for Todd County. I was the only person in here watching this happen outside of maybe 1 or 2 staff members. Was recalling with this team the story of David and Goliath. Saying, hey, we most certainly don't have any giants on our side. The record would tell you what this game is supposed to be.
And now number 10, Spencer Poole back in for the Rebels.
And I don't know if it's that or something else. Maybe a little Michael's secret stuff. But the Rebels have come to play. 25-19 as the second free throw falls. Left side, Partinger for Franklin-Simpson. Fires for 3. Swishes it home. The first from deep for the Wildcats. Ja'Kai Partinger now has 7 of his own. It's a 3-point game. Spencer Poole near side. Double team with the pressure. Gets it off to Carrington. Leaves it for Glass. Euro step inside. He can do no wrong. Jaden Glass, 13 points. It's 27-22. Right side, ball in the hands of Noah Forshian for the first time for Franklin-Simpson. Drives in, misses the left-handed runner from the right side, and it's rebounded by the Rebels. Poole forces the issue all the way to the rack, and he scores with the left hand. Coach Spencer's had enough. Takes the timeout. 29-22. Rebels putting their foot on the gas. They lead it by 7. 4:19 left before halftime. 29-22 Todd County Central here on 92.3 WFKN.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
(29-22), Franklin-Simpson trailing at Todd County Central here as we get back underway after the timeout from head coach Dee Spencer. Just under halfway through the second quarter, Ja'Kai Partinger right side three off the mark. 4:05 left before halftime as the Rebels get it back. Spencer Poole will bring it across. The freshman that scored the bucket to force the timeout in transition. Glass tries another three. Jaden Glass hits another three. My goodness, Jaden Glass, the 6-foot junior, came into this game with a career high of 16 against Fayette Academy of Tennessee. He's got 16 points in the first half. That's half of the Rebels' points. It's 32-22. 3:45 left before halftime. Who will answer for Franklin-Simpson? Stout, right side, gives it to Scherer. Checks his options, tries to go back to Stout. It's knocked away, but Cole is able to save it short of half court. Looking into this 3-2 zone from the Rebels. Forshe drives, stopped, gives it to Scherer. Outside McAllister, deep three. Gets it to go. There's the answer from Brody McAllister. He's got 7. Scherer has 7. Partinger has 7. That's the deficit for the Wildcats as well. 32-25. Inside, Cardwell drives, has it knocked away on the way to the rim. And it'll be a baseline inbound for the Rebels. Coach McCombs asking for a foul. He's not going to get it. Noah Rager will inbound. Goes to Poole. He has it ripped away by Dudley. Up ahead, Partinger. Left side, post, drives in. Aggressive take and scores between two defenders. Ja'Kai now with 9. It's 32-27. Lead back down to 5. This is typically where the Rebels have had an answer. Can Franklin-Simpson instead get a stop? Glass, double team. Gives it over to John Ross Cardwell. Back to Glass. Puts it on the floor. Pulls up for 3. Misses that one long, but it's rebounded by Carrington. He leaves it off underneath for Poole, and his bucket good. McAllister fouls him from behind. And again, some way, somehow, Todd County Central finds a way to extinguish whatever fire Franklin-Simpson was trying to start. Tough finish from Spencer Poole. Comes in with the longest active double-digit streak on this Rebels team. 3 straight, has done so 10 times total this season. He's got 4 in this quarter with a chance to make it 5 at the stripe. 34-27, Todd County leads at 2:39 left before halftime. Him shoot back in for Franklin-Simpson. He stands on the right block as the free throw is swished home by Spencer Poole. 8-point game. Partinger and McAllister passing back and forth to break a loose press from Todd County Central. McAllister has it on the left wing, surveys, goes to Scherer, left elbow, out to Partinger, fakes the 3, steps in, kicks to McAllister. Great rotations, into the corner, Forshe fires for 3, and he gets it to go for Franklin-Simpson. Nash Forshe with his second 3 of the season. Third of the quarter for the Wildcats, and a travel called against Todd County Central. They had gotten it out to Holder in the corner, but before the pass, steps taken, and the Wildcats get it back with 2:08 left before halftime, trailing 35-30. How about Forshe with the triple for Franklin-Simpson? If you're the Wildcats, you'll take it from anybody right now, especially with no Jameer Brooks again. If you're just joining us, averaging 10 per game, out with the flu. You need some other players to step up. McAllister, left wing, wraps it down low. Scherer turns, fires, misses short from 8 feet, but it's rebounded by him. Shoot. He's got a new season high. Give him 6 for the game. 3-point ball game, 35-32. Pass floated into the left corner to Holder. Franklin-Simpson all over him. Kicks it out, gets it back. Forshe comes to guard. Scherer with the double. Franklin-Simpson trapping everything right now. Goes down low, Carrington. Scherer knocks it away for a moment, but they collect it back into the corner. Holder for 3. Off the heel, no. Rebounded by him. Shoot. Wildcats can bring it within one or tie here. Down by 3, 1:10 left as Ja'Kai Partinger brings it across half court. What a fun game this has been so far. Good to be back with you here. On the air, on the stream, however you tune in. Under a minute left now in the quarter. Scherer pulls up from the right side for 3. Missed it long. McAllister skies through midair, banks it in, and it's a 1-point game. Give Brody 9. Wildcats were down by 6 after the first quarter. They scored 12 points in those 8 minutes. They've got 22 in the second quarter. Glass for 3 right corner. Misses long. Scherer opposite side rebound. Partinger catches the rebound, looks up at the clock. He's got 35 seconds. And that's trimmed to 30 as he brings it across half court. Coach Spencer, as you would expect, wants his guys to hold on to this, but Ja'Kai nearly threw it away. Cardwell almost got a hand on the pass to Scherer. Now they reset with Ja'Kai Partinger. 15 seconds left before halftime. Partinger isolating on that left wing. Now Scherer comes to the top of the key to set a screen. 7 seconds to work with. Partinger picks up his dribble, sends it into the corner. McAllister, him shoot. Beautiful pass to Scherer. Missed the bunny short. Can't get his putback to go either. And the Wildcats will go into the break trailing it by a single point. Wildcats get 5 back in the second quarter, but it's a 1-point deficit going into halftime of their district opener. 35-34, Todd County Central leading it over Franklin-Simpson in the first half of this boy-girl doubleheader with the Lady Cats to follow. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you all the stats from this opening half. And maybe a little bit of preview of the girls' game coming up, as the Lady Cats will also look to open up the district slate as defending champions, just as the Wildcats are here tonight. Again, your score at the halftime break, Franklin-Simpson trailing at 35-34 to Todd County Central here on 92.3 WFKN. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
It's halftime on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Halftime is sponsored by Grease Monkey of Franklin, as well as Franklin EPB Fiber.
In Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Back with you here on 92.3 WFKN as we get our halftime show underway. 35-34, Franklin-Simpson trailing it at the break to Todd County Central. Wildcats just 12 points in the opening quarter, 22 points in the second quarter. Again, if you're just now joining us, Tyler Eaton, very happy to be back with you on the airwaves for Franklin-Simpson basketball. I'll be back guiding the way on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9 and 92.3 WFKN the rest of the way this season. I say guiding the way on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Aaron Talley's the one guiding the way with everything. And if it weren't for Kendra Holt back in the studio at WFKN, there wouldn't be a way for anybody to guide. So I owe it all to the great teams that we have making all of this happen. Big thing for Franklin-Simpson tonight, Jameer Brooks out with the flu, 10.5 points per game, and perhaps more importantly in this one, tied for a team high 5.2 rebounds per game, missing for the Wildcats in this game. The core, well, I should say the other three of the core four have gotten the job done for Franklin-Simpson so far, 9 points apiece for Ja'Kai Partinger and Brody McAllister. Those two with Jameer Brooks, the three averaging double figures for Franklin-Simpson on the season. Cole Scherer right on the doorstep, averaging 9.7 points per game. He's got 7, so you're getting what you need from those three. The Wildcats going to need some other players from that supporting cast to step up, and one of those has been Kason Himshoot. Coming off the bench, the 5'10 junior averaging a point and a rebound per game on the season. Came high with a season high of 4 that he scored twice this year. He's got 6 in the first half to set a new high career mark for Kason. And then Nash Forsey with a three-pointer to spark things for Franklin-Simpson in that second quarter. The Wildcats didn't make a single three in the opening frame, hit 3 of them in the second 8 minutes of this one. I had mentioned this during our pregame show. Franklin-Simpson last year made at least 5 three-pointers 14 times last season. 9 and 5 when they hit that mark. They've only done it 5 times this year, 3 and 2 in those games. The other half of that I didn't get to give is that of those 14 games last year when Franklin-Simpson made at least 5 three-pointers, 8 of them came in the last 11 games of the season. It was a very late-blooming team from outside, perhaps. That the case again for the Wildcats this year, with a lot of similar pieces to that team from a year ago that did go on to win the 13th District Tournament Championship. You talk about supporting cast for Franklin-Simpson, those are the guys that you need. Well, it's been the supporting cast that's gotten it done for Todd County Central. Jaden Glass coming in, averaging 5 points per game on the season for the Rebels. He's outside of even their top 5 leading scorers on the year. They're missing a couple of seniors, Hunter Johnson, Lane Thomas, both averaging between 6 and 7 points per game. They've both missed the last 6, going on 7 games now. Jaden Glass comes out, 8 points in the first quarter, 8 points in the second quarter. By himself, he's made 4 three-pointers, 16 points, already ties his career high that he had earlier this season against Fayette Academy, out of Tennessee. This is a Todd County Central team, 3-11 on the season, 2-27 last year, with 1-5 in district play. The lone win late in the year in District 13 competition against Russellville. Looking to find that signature win. I talk about this when I'm doing ESPN Plus games with WKU and Hank Plone in his second year there with the Hilltoppers. Whatever wins you've got, at some point you need a signature win that really starts to turn the tide of things. Coach McCombs looking for that here tonight with his Rebels against the reigning district champs, and so far in a position that you really can't argue with. The only thing you want is a shot to win a game up by 1.5. They've certainly got that. 9 points so far for freshman Spencer Poole, just 1 away from making it 4 straight games that he's been in double figures. 5 for John Ross Cardwell, their leading scorer on the season, averaging 14 per game. He's been in single digits 3 straight, just 5 so far, had 4 in the opening quarter. And then 5 points for Noah Rager. Again, talk about a supporting cast, only averaging 1.8 points per game on the season, but coming off a season high 8 points their last time out against Clinton County. Most notably for Todd County Central tonight, Connor Holder, their top sharpshooter. He is scoreless so far in this game, missed a lot of time with foul trouble. He's got a couple of fouls, as does Spencer Poole, but also notably those two standing outside the three-point line. They are the only 2 Rebels, and we're the first 2 Rebels out here to warm up for the second half of play as both these teams get set to try to move to 1-0 in 13th District play. The second game of our doubleheader will feature the Lady Cats of Franklin-Simpson, 9-4 on the season against the Lady Rebels, coming in at 2-12. The Lady Cats have won 16 straight 13th district games. 2 straight years they have been the 13th district tournament champions, coming off of a 50-32 win over South Warren, the 3rd fewest points that Franklin-Simpson have allowed in a game this season. Todd County Central, a couple of games ago, beat Star Alley Pennington, who's come into Franklin-Simpson. If you haven't heard about her, well, you must not be reading the news or have tuned in any games so far this season. We'll give you the full lowdown when we get to that game. But she transferred to Franklin-Simpson from East Robertson, who on Saturday faced this Todd County Central team. The Lady Rebels got their 2nd win of the season against East Robertson, then fell to Clinton County their last time out, 61-46 in the All-A tournament. Lady Cats haven't lost in district play since the 2023 first round of the district tournament against Russellville. That was a game that changed the trajectory of everything for head coach Ashley Taylor and her Lady Cats, looking to pick up their 10th win of the season here tonight in the second half of our double header. Wildcats looking to move to 6-7. They've got some work to do, trailing at 35-34. We've got about a minute left before the second half of play. We'll see you then right after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters, with Picture This.
Getting set to get the second half of play underway. Franklin-Simpson trailing it by 1 to Todd County Central, 35-34. Most points Franklin-Simpson have given up in a game this year, 75 against Eastern. Their high score mark, 77 against Warren East. If they could put together a couple of quarters like they did that 22-point second quarter just about 15 minutes ago, they might be able to put a run at that mark as we get the second half underway. Wildcats with possession first. Ja'Kai Partinger has it on the left wing, wraps it to Brody McAllister, goes down low to Sherry, goes between his legs and right into the hands of Connor Holder. Coach Spencer throws both hands on his head. I think I did the same thing. Jaden Glass with a career high 16 points, drives in, leaves it for Carrington. He charges through. It's taken by McAllister.
Offensive foul on the Rebels, number 11, his first, team first.
They call it on Glass. I don't know if that was away from the play. Carrington was the one with the ball who drove in. Nobody corrected it, so I'm going to give the foul to Glass. I don't think that's correct. That's officially what it's going to be ruled as. That's his first then. Scherer down low. McAllister fakes. Goes into the body of Poole. Muscles through and scores down low. Franklin-Simpson takes the lead 36-35. McAllister into double figures. Give him 11. The 10th time this year he scored at least 10. Poole on the elbow for Todd County Central. Gives it up to Jaden Glass. Glass trapped. Franklin-Simpson trapping everything in the half court like they did at the end of the first half. Right corner it goes. Holder, his best look of the night. Misses it long. He's their premier three-point shooter. He's made 43 this season. Couldn't get it to go. Here comes Partinger the other way. A minute into the quarter. Partinger, hesitation right side. Between the legs dribble. Kick out. Scherer for three. Off the front end. Batted around. Himshoot gets the start in the second half for Franklin-Simpson. But they say he goes over the back trying to get that rebound. There are a lot of purists that will say there's no such thing as an over-the-back foul. They're right. I won't argue it, but that's how he got the foul. Holder has it on the baseline, double-teamed outside to Glass. Partinger on him. Back to Holder. Ball stuck on the perimeter right now for Todd County Central. Partinger nearly knocked it away. Nice find to Carrington on the right block from Glass, but he pushed the layup long. Was contested well. Franklin-Simpson able to recover after the dime from Glass. And the Wildcats have it going the other way. 6:20 left, third quarter, up by 1, 36-35. Ja'Kai Partinger off a screen from Himshoot, hesitates, leaves it for Kaysen, wide open, pick and roll to perfection. Kaysen Himshoot with 8 points, doubling his season high, 38-35. Spencer Poole slices through to Glass, Scherer on him, over the head of Cardwell, threw it out of bounds into the stands. 2 minutes into the half, Franklin-Simpson has all the momentum, and a timeout taken by Todd County Central to boot. Coach McComb's going to talk it over with his team just to 30. We'll keep it here. A quick 4-point run from Franklin-Simpson to start the quarter, and the biggest difference hasn't been the offense, it's been the defense, and it really happened about halfway through that second quarter. They switched to, or moved away from that 2-2-1 full court pressure and really shifted to just trapping everything once it got into the half court, and Todd County Central has yet to find an answer for it. Scherer, Breward, Himshoot, Partinger and McAllister out there for Franklin-Simpson. As we get back underway, Wildcats have it. McAllister hands it off to Partinger, gets a screen from Himshoot, wide open from the free throw line. Kai swishes it home. Ja'Kai's into double figures with 11. Right side, Cardwell has it knocked away out of bounds, baseline. Rebels will keep it there. Kai had been in double figures every game before the South Warren loss, just 9 points on 3 for 16 shooting. So make it 12 of 13 now. He scored at least 10. Ball goes into the right corner. Holder now leaves it off for Poole. McAllister bats it. Poole gets it back. Now kicks it out. Glass. Long three. Rattles it home. It's been Jaden Glass all night long. He's got 19, a career high, and his 5th three. He's hit all but one so far for the Rebels, who now trail it by 2, 40-38. Partinger, double between the legs, stops left block, leaves for McAllister, fakes from 6, takes the bump, can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 2. Brody, so shifty, so patient, and loves to get to that 5 to 6 foot area, stop, fake, get that defender in the air, take the contact and get an opportunity either to get 2 free throws or 1. Here, knocks down the first of these 2. 72% shooter at the line on the season. Now, what's surprisingly his only struggle point last year after leading the Wildcats in free throw percentage the year prior. Took about a 15% dip last year and has been up over 70% this season as he makes both of those 2. And it's 42-38 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Poole walks on the right wing. And there comes the call. And again, Todd County Central just so sped up by this Wildcat pressure. Dudley back out there for FS as Himshoot goes to the bench. McAllister walks it across. Gets a screen from Dudley right side. Nobody picks him up. Brody all the way to the rack. Help comes late. Misses the first try. Gets it back. Scores the second try. Double flex and an and one.
Foul is on number 10.
McAllister has 6 in the quarter. 15 for the game. And it's 44-38. Free throw through as well.
Back in for the Rebels, number 14, Jaden Carrington.
Carrington comes in. Poole goes out. That was his 3rd foul. Ball goes into the left corner as they break the pressure to Holder. Sends it outside to Cardwell. Stuck at midcourt to Glass. 3 defenders around him. Scoops it underneath Carrington. Kick out. Cardwell for 3. Rattles off no. Dudley with a rebound. And Brody will slow things down. Shovels to Partinger. Thought about a long 3, but instead holds on to it. Down low, Dudley. Kick out. McAllister for 3. Missed it short. Was dead on line. Chased down by Carrington. Off to Noah Rager, who brings it across. Halfway through the third quarter, it's 45-38. Franklin-Simpson just 3 points in the quarter for the Rebels. Holder stuck on the baseline, swings it outside the glass. He's got those 3 points with a triple. Here comes John Ross Cardwell inside, and he's bumped. Foul called on the floor. And they get that one on Dudley.
For the Wildcats.
Brood will come out for Franklin-Simpson. Nash Forshee back in with his three-pointer in the first half. Down low, beautiful play set up off the inbound. They went to the right wing to Cardwell, and then Rager slipped free off a screen. Off the ball on the right block. He scores. He's got 7. Just one off the season high he set last night as McAllister misses badly off the left side. And here come the Rebels, down by 5, 45-40. Right side, Holder, clean look for 3. No good. Holder has just not been able to find it from deep. He's 0 for from outside. Pardinger the other way, all the way to the rim, scoops it home for 2, gliding over 2 defenders. Chakai's got 13. It's a 7-point lead again. Right side, Glass fires up another 3. Jaden Glass, 22 points. He's made 6 threes. But the Wildcats lead by 4, 47-43. Pardinger fouled, spinning around the baseline.
Foul is on
Cardwell.
That's his second, team foul.
3:02 left in the quarter. Wildcats up by 4 with a baseline inbound. Try to go to Pardinger, can. Instead, they go up top to Michael Denning, who just checked in. Now Ja'Kai Pardinger drives, steps back, steps through. Out to Forshee, fakes and walks up top. It's the most common travel you'll see, that catch, pump, fake, and go. And just had that pivot foot moving.
And for Rebels, number 10, Spencer Poole.
Spencer Poole comes back in for Todd County Central with his 3 fouls. With the Rebels trailing it by 4, 2:50 left in the third quarter. Whistle blows. I think cheerleader dropped a pom-pom on the floor. And that'll give Todd County a baseline inbound, if nothing else. They whip it around the Glass. Left wing, left that one short. Rebound batted around. Foul is going to be called on the floor for both teams fighting for it. They're going to get it against Forshee for Franklin-Simpson.
That's his first, team
Third foul of the quarter against Franklin-Simpson. Rebels with 4, so the next one puts the Wildcats in the bonus. Poole gets the inbound in the left corner, flashing down low. Late, it comes into Cardwell. Still has a chance to score. Goes up against Forshee, but missed it short. Cardwell still with just 5 points, averaging nearly 14 per game. Pardinger through 2 defenders. Whistle blows, jump ball called. Was trying to slice through, got held up. And the arrow favors Todd County.
And it'll head to the Rebels.
Pardinger shaken up after the play, so he'll come out for Breward. Might have just rolled his ankle on the way down. 2.5 minutes left to go in the quarter. Lead still 4 for the Wildcats. Breward knocks it away up top. Comes up with a steal all the way to the rack by himself. Pushed it long, but a foul called on the layup try. So Caden Breward will go to the line for his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game. Missed his first 2 in the second quarter. First of these 2 up and rattles home. First point for Breward. Getting the start tonight for the Wildcats. Spins and fires the second. Doesn't get the bounce. But the rebound saved it. Breward comes in to get it. It was Glass that saved it underneath. And the Wildcats have a second chance. Scherer left side 3. Off the mark. Batted and Todd County gets it. Rebels in transition, left corner 3 on the way, wide open, and Rager knocks it down. New season high for Noah Rager with 10. Averaging less than 2 points per game on the season. The other way, McAllister spins inside through the contact. Brody McAllister with 9 points in the quarter. He's now got 18 points, 2 off of his career high, the 20 he had against Spencer County. As Glass comes into the front court, pressured by Scherer, spins and walks with it. 50-46. McAllister able to extend it back out to 4 with 1:38 left in this third quarter. Right side, Brewer lost his footing, slips up, and is called for a travel. Thought he was tripped, but the call won't come in. Instead, Glass will inbound from the far sideline. 1:30 left to go in the third. Gives it to Cardwell, then gets it right back. Back to Cardwell. McAllister nearly tips it, but Cardwell gets it into the right corner. Three-pointer on the way. Again, off the mark for Holder. And cleared by Brewer for Franklin-Simpson. Partinger, right side, drives, gets all the way to the block. Missed the layup, but got the putback to go midair. Partinger with 6 in the quarter. He's got 15. 6-point lead for FS, 52-46. Cardwell up top to Glass for 3. Swishes it home. Glass with 25. He's made 7 threes. As whistles blow away from the ball. And they're going to get Poole for a foul down around the block, and that's his 4th. Spencer Poole with 9 points on the first half. 52-49 the score after the three-pointer from Glass. 42.8 seconds to go in the quarter as the Wildcats also in the bonus. Denning is the one to take the free throws. Makes the first. McAllister comes out. It's Denning, Brewer, Partinger, Scherer, and Forshee out there for Franklin-Simpson. Denning makes the second. He's now 5 for 6 at the free throw line this season. And it's 54-49 Franklin-Simpson. 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Glass all the way to the rim. Splits defenders, but missed the open layup. That's the easiest look he's had maybe tonight. Coach Spencer holds up Partinger at half court with 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Wraps over to the left wing, and they'll set up the play there now. 20 seconds. Scherer, top of the key screen. And they get the switch now with Wilson. He's going to switch back to get Cardwell out there on Partinger. Screen set Partinger, 7 seconds left. Left side, kicks it out. Forshee, catch and shoot 3. Off the mark from the corner, rebounded by Cardwell. He's going to heave one up and swished it home. It counts. Cardwell from the Franklin-Simpson three-point line. It was contested. You can tell this place is happy about that. The shot in the arm that Todd County Central needed going in to the fourth quarter, a 70-footer. Aaron Talley reviewed it. It's good for sure. 54-52. The Wildcats lead it, but only by 2 going into the final frame here on 92.3 WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank, is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Back with you from Todd County Central High School. The Rebels getting the 60-footer off the hands of John Ross Cardwell to end that third quarter to make it 54-52. Wildcats get the first possession of this fourth quarter as Caden Brewer wraps around, gets to the left block where he's fouled. Brewer will have his 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Just 1 for 4 at the line so far. Brody McAllister leading the Wildcats with 18 points. He's 2 off his season high and career high of 20 against Spencer County, 15 for Ja'Kai Pardinger. First free throw misses for Brewer. On the other side, a career high 25 for Jaden Glass with 7 3-pointers for the Rebels. They've got 10 as a team. Third time they've done that this season. They won the previous 2. Brewer misses the second, but McAllister takes the board away, leaves it off for Ja'Kai Pardinger, who scores a much-needed 2. He's got 17. Lead is 4. Cardwell into the corner, Holder for 3. Got it. Holder finally connects from deep. He's been their best three-point shooter on the season. You would think it's Glass, but he'd only hit 11 coming into this game as Pardinger travels up top, and it goes back to Todd County Central. The Rebels down by just 1, 56-55, 7:19 left to go in this ball game. What a game it's been. Tyler Eaton with you here on WFKN, whether you're listening on 92.3 FM, 92.3 WFKN.com, the WFKN app, or watching along on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Glad you can join us for this one. Just the first of 2 we've got for you tonight, as the Lady Cats are still up next. Glass has it on the right wing, guarded by McAllister. Picks up his dribble, goes up top to Rager. Now to Cardwell. Forshee on him, loosely now to Glass. Wildcats have come out of that trapping zone, now just man-to-man. Dangerous pass to Cardwell, but collects it up top, guarded by Scherer. 6:45 left to go. To Rager, holds it above his head on both sides, now hands it off to Glass. Ball stuck on the perimeter right now. Coach McCombs calls a different play for his Rebels in his second year. 5 wins so far, but what a difference number 6 would make. Didn't like any of that offense, and he's going to take a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 56-55. Franklin-Simpson leads it by 1. 6:30 left to go from Todd County Central on 92.3 WFKN.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten. We'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
Six and a half minutes left to go. 56-55. Franklin-Simpson leads it as the Wildcats produce a turnover out of the timeout. Todd County Central had it. It was knocked away immediately by McAllister. Leaves it for Pardinger. His layup no good. McAllister's tip no. It tipped back to him, and he got it to go midair. He was playing a game of tips by himself, and he wins. Brody has tied his career high with 20. 58-55. Wildcats lead at 6:05 left to go from Elkton in the district opener for both teams. The Rebels have had several miracles so far in this game, but the Wildcats looking to shut it down. and pick up their 5th straight win in this series. The reigning 13th district tournament champions. Connor Holder holds it on the right wing. 3 points coming in this quarter. His only bucket so far. Cardwell Springs to get it up top. Guarded by McAllister. Double cross now. Brewer switches on, but he leaves it off for Holder at the top of the key. Poole comes to get it, pats his hand on his head, and that'll set up the offense. Ball goes on the elbow. Rager. Back to Poole. Drives, lost it off his own foot, but saves it off the floor to Glass. Right side to Cardwell, now to Glass. Back out Cardwell. Glass sets a screen, give and go all the way to the rack. Cardwell banks it in for 2. John Ross Cardwell into double figures for the 8th time this season. Breaks a 3-game streak under that mark. And it's a 1-point game again. 58-57 Wildcats lead. Forshee hands to Partinger. Jakai with 17 tonight. Gets inside, leaves it to Brewer. Fakes, goes up. Missed it after the fake. Got it back. Missed the second try as well. Rebels can take the lead. Poole kicks it out. Cardwell. One more. Rager. Long. Partinger skies and pulls it down. Jakai, hesitation dribble, gets to the elbow, wraps around, he's bumped. They're going to call it on the floor against Jaden Glass. That's his 3rd. To go along with 4 for the freshman Spencer Poole, who has really been the key player in this game. He's got 9 points, but boy, the difference between when he was on the floor and off, incredible. The way that he runs this team was really the only answer that the Rebels had to the half-court trap that Franklin-Simpson was putting on, and they've had to take that off since he came back in. Inbound comes into Partinger. Fakes to McAllister, goes up with it on the block, missed it falling away, and it goes off the hands of Brewer and out of bounds. Brewer, Denning, Partinger, Scherer, McAllister, the 5 out there for Franklin-Simpson with 4:25 left to go. Up by 1, it's Todd County ball. Left wing, Poole has it, now goes up top to Rager. They're trying to spring Cardwell open. Now they get it to him off an off-ball screen. Back to Rager, top of the key, 3. Short, that one came off flat, and Partinger has another rebound. Jakai into the front court, spins from the left elbow, great hesitation, stopped on a dime, and then accelerated to the rim and scoops it home for 2. Jakai Partinger with 19 points. He's one off of his season-high 20 that he had against Leslie County. If you go back to last season, for Jakai Partinger, the career high was set originally in 13th district play, 21 points against Russellville, then did it again against South Warren. The Wildcats leading it 60-57 with 3:58 left to go in this one. Partinger now with 19, 20 from Brody McAllister to tie his career high as well. The way that McAllister has just taken the second-year leap, although he really started to take it halfway through last year, as we talked about earlier. That 7-game streak of scoring in double figures for the Wildcats. Pace FS with a 51 field goal percentage last year. He's somehow managed to up that this year despite some more volume, shooting 54% from the floor. Wildcats need every point that he and Kai can give them. Again, with no Jameer Brooks tonight, out with the flu. Looking to bounce back from that loss to South Warren on Tuesday and get head coach Dee Spencer in his 14th season career win, number 199. As we get back underway out of the timeout, it'll be Poole that brings it into the front court for Todd County. 3:50 left to go. Partinger meets him at half court. Right side, Rager. Now the half court trap set up again. Rager breaks through it, gets the rim, and he's fouled by a helping Brewer. He doesn't like the call. Both hands in the air.
Foul on number 11 of the Wildcats, and that put number 21.
They've got that as his 4th. And with that, Nash Forshee is going to check back in for the Wildcats as Noah Rager stands at the line for 2 free throws. He's got a season-high 10 points tonight. First free throw rattles off, no good. A combined 35 from Jaden Glass and Noah Rager in this game for Todd County Central. Came in combined on the season, averaging less than 7 points per game. Good news for Franklin-Simpson, 0 from Glass in the fourth quarter so far. Second free throw good. Rager's got 11. The lead is 2, 60-58. Partinger comes front court. Hands it off to Scherer. 7 in the first half, none in the second. Back to Partinger, left wing, fakes. Guarded by Glass, lost his dribble, but gets it back near half court. 3:30 left to go. Scherer, right side, fakes the 3. Being guarded tightly by Rager. Directing traffic, tries to leave it for 4. She lost it off his leg. Ball being contested on the far side. Foul is going to be called. They get that one on Forshee. Third on Franklin-Simpson, second on Forshee. He'll check back out. So it's now Denning, Brewer, McAllister, Scherer, and Partinger on the floor for the Wildcats. Holding on to a 2-point lead, Todd County with possession. Poole pats his head, calls the play. That play right there, they put 4 players on the baseline, then bring everybody up to the elbows and the wings. They give it to Holder on the elbow, goes back to Poole, now right side Glass. Back to Poole. 3:05 left to go. Poole gets around Denning all the way to the rim, scores it on the left block, and we're tied at 60. Poole in the double figures with 11, make it 4 straight. He scored at least 10. Coach McCombs willing his guys on. Coach Spencer calls his play for Franklin-Simpson. Partinger has it deep left wing. Sends McAllister into the right corner. Partinger nearly lost his dribble, gets it back, being pressured by Cardwell, wraps around to the top, gets a screen from Scherer, and a bump is called as Holder picks up that same foul that he did twice in the first half, as he just comes out, extends that leg, and bumps into Partinger. So the Wildcats have a sideline inbound. It's just the third foul of the quarter on Todd County. Still tied up at 60, 2.5 minutes left to go. McAllister holds it at the top of the key. Gets a screen from the right from Brewer. Now to Partinger. Brewer sets him a screen as well. Jakai all the way to the rim. Scooped it with the right hand from the left side. Missed it. Brewer got the rebound. Fakes twice, and he's fouled. Brewer to the line for 2 free throws. He's just 1 for 6 at the line tonight.
His first, team foul.
Was 5 for 11 on the season coming in. And they're actually going to wave that off as a shooting foul. They say it's just on the floor. Partinger gets the inbound, and now we're going to get 2 free throws anyways. He missed the first time, got it back, and then was fouled in the motion. I'm not sure how they said that the foul that was committed against Brewer was on the floor, but they did. And it just ends up being an extra foul against Todd County Central as Cardwell picks that one up, his third, and Partinger will take 2 free throws. If nothing else, works out for Franklin-Simpson because Jakai, a 70% free throw shooter on the season, makes the first of these 2. They haven't updated the scoreboard. It's 61-60 Wildcats. Second one goes through, make it 62-60, and the scoreboard is still wrong. The scoreboard still says, and there they go. They added a 61-60. They get that extra point on. 2-point lead, 2 minutes left to go. They can't hear me from up here, but I like to pretend they can. Glass nearly broke through on the right side, but a great job by Denning to get his hand up and deflect the pass. Otherwise, that was a backdoor cut and 2 for Glass. Instead, baseline inbound. With 1:48 left to go, Holder will take it. Brewer guarding him. Comes in up top to Cardwell, all the way to the rack. Contact. Brewer unable to draw the charge. And that should be his 5th. Now they say his 2nd. The last time he committed a foul, they had 4 up on the board, which, if you heard my voice, I was confused by that. It didn't feel right. And now they say that it's his 2nd. Regardless, Cardwell at the line makes the first of these 2 free throws, and with the 2nd, he can tie this game up. I just marked out all of Brewer's fouls. We'll just pretend we don't know how many he has because I don't think anybody does. 2nd free throw good for Cardwell, and we are tied up at 62 apiece. Timeout taken. 1:45 left to go. Franklin-Simpson 62. Todd County Central 62. 2 free throws have put us all square. Wildcat ball when we come back in 60 seconds on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Something going to have to give in this one from Todd County Central High School. 1:45 left to go, 62-62. Franklin-Simpson 4-0 on the season when they score at least 60 points. They're 0-5 on the season when they give up at least 60. So one of those is going to give. We're hoping the Cats go to 5-0 when they hit that 60 mark. They were 7-0 last year, 43-6 over the last 5 seasons under Coach D. Spencer, scoring at least 60 points. Coming into tonight, they've won 12 straight games when hitting that mark overall. It is Wildcat basketball as we come out of the timeout. Partinger, McAllister, Brewer, Forshee, and Scherer, the 5 on the floor for Franklin-Simpson. Poole, Cardwell stand at the top of the zone for Todd County Central. Behind them, Rager, Holder, and Glass. Scherer has it on the left elbow as they bring it in the front court. Down low, Partinger in the post, isolated. They bring the double. He spins around and it scores on the left block. Ja'Kai Partinger with a new season high of 21. That ties his career high that he hit twice last season. And actually, I backtracked that with the 2 free throws that Ja'Kai ended up having. He's got 23 now, so he's got a career high anyway. He has the rebound off a miss down low from Poole. Partinger all the way to the rack. Throws it high up into the air. He just wanted a foul. Doesn't get it, and it's out of bounds as it goes over the backboard back to Todd County Central. Both teams wanted fouls on the drives. Neither get it, and instead it goes back to the Rebels. 1:05 left to go with Todd County trailing it by 2. Franklin-Simpson with 10 points in this fourth quarter, 8 from Ja'Kai Partinger. With that career-high 23 points. Right side, Glass. He's the game's leading scorer with 25 to Poole. Outside, Cardwell drives inside, takes contact, tripped up. Think they're going to get it on the floor. That's the 4th on Franklin-Simpson. They call it against Nash Forshee. That's his 3rd, and they say this one's in the act of shooting. After the last one underneath the sequence with Franklin-Simpson where Brewer was down low and literally shooting, and they didn't say it was in the act. Now they give this one to Cardwell, and he misses the first of the 2 free throws. Now 3 for 4 at the line. Second one does fall through. And it's 64-63, 1-point Franklin-Simpson lead. Partinger brings it across, 40 seconds left to go to McAllister. Double team comes his way, and Coach Spencer's going to take a timeout. 37.3 on the clock, 64-63.
30-second timeout charge to the Wildcats.
When it comes to the free throw situation for Franklin-Simpson, 11 for 16 as a team. That 11 mark a great indicator. The Wildcats 5-1 this year when they make at least 10. And the other great thing, it goes both ways. Caden Brewer has struggled at the line. He's 1 for 6 at the free throw line in this game. The positive on the other side of that, the Wildcats 10 for 10 outside of Brewer at the charity stripe in this one. If you go by the numbers, Scherer, the leader in percentage on the season at 76%. McAllister behind him at 72. Ja'Kai, a 70% shooter. He's been the hot hand with 14 points in the second half, 23 for the game. As we get back underway, 37 seconds left to go. McAllister will inbound. It's still Brewer, Partinger, Forshee, and Scherer out there with them. They're trying to spring Partinger open. It's thrown over his head, goes off his back. Diving effort by Rager to get it. Whistles blow quickly. Jump ball called. Arrow sends it to Todd County Central. They tried to set up a screen to spring Partinger towards the basket. McAllister forced the pass. It went off his back. And it's Todd County ball. Michael Denning will check in as Forsey comes out. 34.7 to go. Rebels trail it by 1. 64-63, the Wildcats looking to hold on. Poole brings it across. Onto the right wing, Glass. Cardwell wants it top of the key, can't get it to him. Down low, 22 seconds left to go. Double team comes against Holder, back outside. Glass puts it on the floor, leaves it for Holder on the baseline. 18 seconds left to go, and Coach McCombs is going to take a timeout with 17.4 on the clock. Who is going to step up and take the shot for Todd County Central? On that possession, it looked like nobody wanted it. Do they go to Glass with his 25.7 three-pointers? Holder, their best three-point shooter on the season, has made just one tonight. That his 44th of the season. Do they go to Cardwell? He's got 5 in the quarter, 13 in the game, and had the 60-foot Hail Mary. That's the only reason we're having this discussion here in a one-possession game to end the third quarter. Or perhaps Spencer Poole, the star freshman, 11 points so far in this one, double digits in 4 straight games for the Rebels. He has been the steadying force for them offensively. And on the other side for Franklin-Simpson, can the Wildcats make one more defensive stand and string together some free throws to get out of here with a 1-0 district record? A 50-minute drive home from Elkton is long. It gets even longer if you leave home with a loss. Holder will inbound as we get set to get back underway. Denning guarding him. Quickly goes into Rager in the corner. Outside to Poole. Back down low, Rager isolated against Denning. Fades away. Denning might have got a hand on it. Brewer might have got a hand on it. It's deflected out of bounds. It was Caden Brewer defending the entire way. He might have blocked the shot. It's deflected out with 10.5 seconds to go to Franklin-Simpson. McAllister will inbound. Jakai gets it quickly. Cardwell has to put hands on him immediately. It'll be 2 free throws for Jakai. Partinger with the Wildcats in the bonus. Jakai already with a career-high 23 points. He's 2 for 2 at the line tonight. 70% on the season. Cats leave the lane open around him. Jakai takes his dribbles. Bends, fires. Missed it off to the left side. Has 1 more left to go. Todd County shouldn't have any timeouts. They've got to run this thing to full length, regardless of a make or a miss in a 1-point game. 9.7 seconds. He missed the second. Rebounded by Todd County. Here comes Poole. It's deflected. Jakai ripped it out of the air, but he missed the layup. 3 seconds left. Now Denning chases it down. It ends up in the hands of Brewer. Caden Brewer was able to chase it down. I thought it was Denning because Denning jumped up off the bench. I'm surprised they didn't get anything for Franklin-Simpson leaving the bench early. Thank goodness they didn't. Brewer chased down the loose ball. He's eventually fouled with 0.6 of a second left to go. Or they're going to say before the foul, the Wildcats finally got a timeout from Coach Spencer. Franklin-Simpson left the pitch early. They got a timeout right after it. Fortunately, no call happens. Jakai missed the second free throw, deflected the pass of Poole, went inside, missed a layup. It turned into another loose ball. Franklin-Simpson finally comes up with it. They say a timeout happens before the foul. And thankfully for the Wildcats, they don't get the bench for jumping up and trying to go out on the floor early. And with 0.6 of a second left to go, all Franklin-Simpson has to do is get this ball in safely, and they'll escape out of here with a win. My goodness. With how this game has gone so far, I don't know why anyone would have thought that we would just breeze through the final 10 seconds to some kind of clean ending. Especially in Todd County. It's just not possible. Weird things happen here. McAllister will be the one to inbound. 0.6 to go. Looking for Partinger, gets it to him, and the Wildcats close it out with a 64-63 win. Only 10 points scored in the fourth and final quarter, but that's all the Wildcats needed. as 8 of those 10 come from Ja'Kai Pardinger, who sets a career high with 23 points. Brody McAllister matches his career best with 20 points of his own. Those two combined to score all the points in the fourth and final quarter for the Wildcats, who moved to 6-7 overall on the season, and most importantly, 1-0 in 13th district play. Todd County with the loss falls to 3-12 overall, 0-1 in district, and the Wildcats now have a 5-game winning streak overall in this series between the two teams. We'll step away. When we come back, we'll get you all the numbers from this one, chat with Coach Spencer, and get you set for still the second half of this doubleheader to come between the Lady Cats and the Lady Rebels as they get district play underway on the girls' side. Again, Wildcats win at 64-63 here at Todd County Central in the boys matchup on 92.3 WFKN.
Keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Shea with 3. Hayden Brewer with 1. Ja'Kai Pardinger with 23.
Lady Rebels and Lady Cats now out on the floor warming up as we get you set for the girls matchup between Franklin-Simpson and Todd County Central. But before we get there, we've got about 22 minutes left between games, so let's let you know what happened in the boys matchup to open up the night. 64-63, the Wildcats win it over Todd County Central. We're still awaiting head coach Dee Spencer's. We'll chat with him as well as potentially our Pelican Snowballs player of the game, regardless of whether we speak to him or not. It is a very clear-cut pick tonight for Franklin-Simpson. Ja'Kai Pardinger, a career-high 23 points, earned your Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game with over 100 snowball flavors. Pelicans is the perfect place for you and your family to get a treat. Their next season starts this spring. Tyler Eaton with you again. This is the 40th season of live basketball broadcasts on WFKN, the 72nd overall of WFKN broadcasting. Franklin-Simpson Sports all started back with football replays with Stan Portman in 1954. Of course, basketball, the legendary James Mooneyham, who passed away this past August. What a great man he was. What a great broadcaster he was. Started in an 86-87 season himself, and Ken Metcalf calling Franklin-Simpson basketball on the airwaves for the first time. And of course, Steve Thurman would step in as the voice of the Lady Cats as time would go on. Honored to be with you here from Todd County as the Wildcats winner in the first game of our doubleheader, 64-63. Again, Jakai, 23 points to lead the way for Franklin-Simpson in this one. 20 for Brody McAllister, matches his career high that he had earlier this season against Spencer County. 7 points for J.C. Roby, 3 for Hooper Stout, 7 points for Cole Scherer in this one. Not to knock you, J.C., you'll get there. 3 points coming in for Nash Forshee, 2 points for Michael Denning, and then a career high 8 points as well for Kason Hemshoe. Came in, his career best was 4 points. He had done that a couple of times this season. He puts up 8 points tonight for the Wildcats, a shorthanded Franklin-Simpson team without one of their starters and a double-digit scorer in Jameer Brooks, missing this game with the flu, and the Wildcats get production from other places, and just enough, quite literally, just enough to be able to pull out the win here tonight by a single point. On the other side, we talk career highs. Jaden Glass, the career night of career nights for Todd County Central, finishes with 25 points, 7 3-pointers after coming in with 11 3-pointers made on the entire season, averaging 5 points per game coming into this game. He puts up 25, makes 7 of the 11 3-pointers for Todd County Central. The third time this year they've made double-digit 3-pointers, the first time they've lost when doing so. 13 points for John Ross Cardwell, his 8th time in double figures this year. 11 apiece for Spencer Poole and Noah Rager, who puts up a new season high after he had set that the game prior against Clinton County with 8 points. And then 3 points for Connor Holder rounds out the scoring for the Todd County Central Rebels, who moved to 3-12 on the season under second-year head coach Walter McCombs III, coming in after being an assistant for D.G. Sherrill at Bowling Green, trying to right the ship for the Rebels. I mentioned it earlier, came in, they had 3 different coaches in 4 years, just trying to get some stability going within the program, but can't get the win here tonight despite a couple of miracles, a halftime lead. The Wildcats able to hold on and pull it out with a 1-point lead. Having to be joined now by the head coach of the Wildcats, Dee Spencer, coming off of that win. Coach, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
It's a new board for me, new setup. It's good to see. It feels like a new season for me. And we talked about this last year. It really is a new season. When you look at it, when you get into district play, it's not the prettiest win. If you were to go back and draw up how you want this one to go, I don't think you would put the other team making a contested 60-footer in there in the game plan for how to win this ball game. But somehow, some way, even without Jameer, your guys find a way to win it here tonight.
Yeah, the guys didn't quit, didn't panic. Defensively, we just got to be a little better. Got to be a little bit more detail-oriented about who can shoot it. Number 11, I think he had a game of his life in here tonight. But
he had 11 threes on the season coming into this game, and he had 7.
7 tonight, yeah. So, we come to this place, we already knew it was going to be a tough place to play. We just got to be a little bit better on the defensive end, I feel like.
That's been the biggest thing this season. I know we can talk about offense and whatnot, but defense is always going to be what you want to hang your hat on. When you look at this team over the course of this season, giving up around 60 per game, I know that's a number that you don't like to hear. It's not a number you're happy with. What are the biggest adjustments and the biggest keys, especially now with a week off before you get back into action again against Russellville, to get that defense to where it needs to be?
We got to be better just keeping our man in front of us. I mean, it's just basically what it boils down to. We normally take charges, and it helps eliminate a lot of driving, and we haven't taken that many this year. So next week we'll take our fair share in practice, and they'll get the picture of what we got to do defensively. We just got to be better, man. That's what it boils down to. You got to be able to keep your man in front of you, talk on defense, and we'll be okay.
Needed some different guys to step up tonight. Knew you weren't going to have Jameer, and you get a career-high 8 from Kason Hemshoe, who steps in off the bench. He had only scored 4. That was his season high coming in. Had done that a couple of times. He's one of those guys, tough, gritty, physical kind of guy, and he had a couple of pick and rolls that were just executed to perfection in this one.
Yeah, we got to, other guys got to step up. Everybody's going to be keying on Jakai and Brody and Cole, and we just got to do a little better job getting other guys involved, and he did a great job tonight.
It was a frustrating night, I know, for Caden with what free throw line fouls that he wasn't happy with. But how about him on that last defensive stand? Plays it straight up. I don't know if he got a hand on it or not. Yeah, I thought he did. Gets the block, forces it out of bounds, and makes the defensive stand. That's a really big sequence for a player at the end of a game. Tough night, one that he's not going to be happy with, but made the play to seal the win.
You know, Caden is a shot blocker. You know, we've watched him all summer and all fall, block all kinds of shots. So he's done a good job of being straight up and not swinging the block shot, try to get it up top. So we're super proud of him.
As you guys move forward, now win number 6 on the season. If my calculations are right, for you, win number 199.
Oh, is it?
In your career. That's what and I checked with Brian Davis, and if there's somebody that's going to correct me, it would be Brian Davis. So we seem to be on the same page there. Opportunity for number 200 against Russellville, but I know even more meaningful with at this point be a 2-0 District 13 start. Maybe those two would fight back and forth. Yeah.
What better team than Russellville? But
what does this look like now? You mentioned over the next week defense probably the key focus, but when you've got time off like this, it's a good stretch and a bad stretch because you want to keep your guys active. Obviously, you want to get Jameer back into the fold, but it's kind of a weird time to have such a long time off now as you ride into district play.
It was playing. You know, I knew after trying to prepare for Russellville is going to be tough. Just, you know, we played them.
Especially at their place. It's always weird. It's always weird here. It's always weird there.
Well, you know, here is a little bit different.
Different kind of weird.
Yeah, but we normally shoot the ball a little better at Russellville. But, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, we'll be ready. We'll take this time. We're going to take a couple days off, get our body right, and we'll come back at it Monday and see what happens, man.
Last guy I asked you about now, all you got to do is send him up here for a picture. I won't make him talk. Ja'Kai Partinger, he ends with a career-high 23 points in this ballgame. This is like the same interview I've given you for 3 years when it comes to Ja'Kai. Late in the ballgame, your team scores 10 in the fourth quarter. He has 8 of them. When this team needs a basket, it's just automatic. No matter what, you can rely on him to go out there and get it done.
That's what we're going to go to. That's what we rely on. You know, that's what his job is to get buckets when we need them, and he did an excellent job. You know, we ran the same play about 10 times in a row, and you know, he was making great decisions. So we'll, you know, that's what he does. That's exactly what he does. He gets us buckets when we need them. You know, the main thing about Ja'Kai is just get him off the ball for a second and let him cut, and then he can catch that ball on the wing where he can really make a difference. So when he's standing up top, the defense is able to load up on him. So we just got to get him. That's why we moved Brody to the point, to get him off the ball, and he's a little tougher to guard that way.
Well, if you could send him over here, we'll get his picture with his medal. Coach, I mean, I'm not going to brag or anything, but we're 1-0
hey,
back together.
I'm glad you got to see that. You know,
we'll look to make it 2-0 on Friday. Appreciate you, Coach.
Absolutely.
That's head coach Dee Spencer joining us on our post-game show as Ja'Kai Partinger is going to come over and grab his medal. We'll see if he wants to say a word or not. I know Ja'Kai not the most eager to do so, but maybe coming off a career-high 23 points. We'll see if we can just at least bribe him into it. I think Coach Spencer's going to make him do it. I'm not going to complain about that. As now we're joined by Ja'Kai Partinger. Yeah, you can pick up the headset unless you just want to yell into it. I mean, however you want to make it work. I mean, you scored a career high, so you have to talk. I mean, that's how it works. Anytime you score a career high, 23 points for you in this one. This was a weird game.
I know.
It kind of felt like everything was just tilting for Todd County Central to somehow find a way to win. They make a 60-footer. I think that's the most contested 60-footer I've ever seen go in. Yeah. What did it take from you guys, despite all of that, to calm things down and find a way to come out of here with a win?
It took a lot. Definitely them with you know, home court advantage. You know, crowd being out tonight. You know, especially starting off you know, first district game this year. So you know, it meant a lot. You know.
No Jameer tonight. How much does that change how you guys operate? Obviously, Jameer is your best rebounder on the season. He's a premier defender. Did it make you do some stuff that you're not normally used to doing? What did that dynamic look like without him out there?
Definitely have to rebound more, you know, step into his spot, you know, since he couldn't be here tonight, especially with the rebounding.
You guys, physical Todd County Central team. It's not a big team, but they're just every time, and again, three-point shot after three-point shot, they were able to hit that first quarter 18 points. It was pretty much downhill from them from there, and it really felt like you found something with that half-court trap there in the second quarter. What defensively did you guys have to do, not just to that point, but down late in the game to take those points away from them? And offensively, in a game where you only scored 10 points in the fourth quarter, you still managed to do enough because you're able to squeeze them on the defensive side.
Definitely stopping their momentum. Making sure we're out on that 3 ball and high hands when we close out.
Now, one thing I know about you, because I've tried to give you that medal a lot of times, because I don't know if you know this, Jakai, you're kind of good at this game.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And you always try to run away. Like, you're like the first dude out of the gym. Like, 80, I don't really get why you do that. I'm not going to infer anything. So all I'm going to ask from you is when we're done with this,
yes, sir,
you stay here so I can take your picture.
Yes, sir.
Can we call that a deal?
I got you.
And anytime you score a career high, just know you're going to get called to come up here and do this.
Yes, sir.
And I hope you don't take, I hope you still want to score more than this 23. I hope this doesn't scare you away from it.
No, sir.
Jakai, congratulations on the career high. Congratulations on the win, and thank you for chatting.
Thank you.
All right, that's Jakai Partinger joining us on our post-game show. Look at, he's already ready to go. He's ready to take his picture. We'll snap that. We'll get it up on our WFKN Facebook page. If you don't follow us there already, make sure you do so to see all of our Pelican Snowballs players of the game. We're going to be back in 3 minutes and start to get you set for this Franklin-Simpson Lady Cat game, the second half of our doubleheader between FS and Todd County Central here on 92.3 WFKN. Look at you go. All right, I can't walk very far. I'm kind of restricted. But you can pose up. You can look as tough as you want. Thanks, Kai.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky. Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Franklin-Simpson and Todd County. Franklin-Simpson winners in the first matchup of the night on the boys' side, 64-63. The Wildcats take it, thanks in large part to the career high 23 points from our Pelican Snowballs of Franklin. Player of the game, Jakai Pardinger. Lady Cats looking to make it a perfect night for Franklin-Simpson, coming in at 9-4 on the season. The Lady Rebels of Todd County Central 2-12. Up to this point on the year, Lady Cats have won 16 straight District 13 games overall under sixth-year head coach Ashley Taylor, who has amassed a 122-31 record at Franklin-Simpson. She is 88-18 against fourth region opponents, 39-2 against the 13th district. Lady Cats coming off a win against South Warren Tuesday, 50-32, the third fewest of points they've allowed this season after that shootout loss to ACS in the sectional final in the 2A tournament. Todd County Central, we mentioned this in the halftime show of the Wildcat basketball game. There a couple of games ago on Saturday faced off against East Robertson, the former school of now Franklin-Simpson star Allie Pennington, who we'll talk about in just a moment. Lady Rebels picked up their second win of the season in that game and then would fall 61-46 at Clinton County in the All-A tournament on Monday. That one for the smaller schools, 2A just a bit bigger. Both tournaments function pretty much the same way. Lady Cats shot just 4 for 15 from 3 and 2 for 9 at the free throw line in that game against South Warren. FS shooting 66% at the charity stripe so far this season and making over 7 threes per game, a jump up of nearly 5 per game from what they did last season. But they did make nearly half of their two-pointers in that game against South Warren to shoot over 40% for the 7th time this season. They are 7-0 when they hit that mark on the year, and they've done so in their last 3 wins. In that game against Allen County Scottsville, the biggest problem was the supporting cast around Allie Pennington, the star averaging nearly 24 points per game. She's the best three-point shooter in the state of Kentucky. We don't yet have the rankings, but her 4.8 three-pointers made per game would rank first if you go back to what the numbers were last season, and I expect that to be the exact same case this year. She's made 63 three-pointers so far on the year, on pace to make 131. Just for reference, just to put these numbers into perspective. I don't just want to sit here and say they're good. I don't just want to sit here and say they're great. Franklin-Simpson as a team made 70 three-pointers last year. Allie Pennington has 63. The most three-pointers made in a season under Ashley Taylor, the most that we have on record going back to the 2013-14 Franklin-Simpson girls basketball season, where the 67 from Jasmine Savage in 2023-24. Again, Allie Pennington already this season has made 63 three-pointers. She's going to have a chance tonight to become the #1 three-point shooter under head coach Ashley Taylor. And that says a lot for a coach that's 122-31 in her career at Franklin-Simpson. But going back to that Allen County Scottsville game, sorry for the Allie Pennington tangent. That's not going to be the last time that happens going forward the rest of the way this season. Chloe had a season-low 5 points in that loss to Allen County Scottsville, while Allie had a season-high 39 points with 9 three-pointers made. She came out against South Warren with a new season-high 19 points, her 10th time in double figures this season, and 6th with 15 or more. You take those 10 times, you look at when they're happening. It matters. Chloe has been in double figures in every Franklin-Simpson win this season. The only loss, the opener against Monroe County. If you go back and play that game today, most people would tell you they think Franklin-Simpson would win it. Now, despite the fact that the Lady Cats went 2 for 10, or despite the fact that Allie Pennington went 2 for 10 from three-point range in that game against South Warren, she did go 5 for 7 from two-point range to finish with 17 points to keep her overall historic pace alive. Her 23.7 points per game are the most for a Lady Cat since Chastity Gooch in 2010-11. She's currently at 1,675 career points, going back and tracking what she did at East Robertson, which actually puts her on a perfect pace right now if she were to keep up this 23.7 points per game to hit 2,000 career points in the regular season finale. And again, she's just a junior for the Lady Cats. Carmen Phillips added 6 points in that win. Mila Rigsby and Mackenzie Taylor both knocked down a three-pointer. Madeline Dean had 2. Chloe Smith and Allie Pennington had 72% of the points in that game for the Lady Cats, right on par with what they've done this season. They've scored 68% of the points for Franklin-Simpson. and that does not include an injured Majayla Butler, who the Lady Cats have certainly missed and will miss the rest of the way this season, not mostly for her scoring, but just the premier defender that she is. And even discounting her, this is a team that lost 81% of their scoring from last year overall. Despite that, the Lady Cats are scoring just 3 points per game less than last year's team that went to the state tournament, averaging 54 points after averaging 57. But the biggest difference, and a lot of it has to do with that Majayla injury, has been the defense. They're giving up 11 points per game more this year than last year, 46 versus 35. South Warren, as I mentioned, the third fewest scored against Franklin-Simpson this year. Those 32 points, the fourth team Franklin-Simpson have held under 40 this year. And if you've been with me for any single Lady Cat broadcast, you know the stat is coming at some point, and here's when you're going to get it. Franklin-Simpson moved to 74-0 under head coach Ashley Taylor when they give up under 40 points. This is the team that's ranked top 30 in the state in points allowed per game every year under Taylor, top 10 the last 2 seasons. Going back and looking at last year's numbers, again, we don't have the state rankings quite yet. Their mark this year of 46 points allowed per game would be outside the top 50, looking at the numbers from last year. The Lady Rebels coming in runners-up in this district in back-to-back years. They've gone 3-3 in District 13 play the last 2 regular seasons. They had a lot of turnover from last year, especially the graduation of star Alexis Taylor, their best scorer, their best rebounder. They're only averaging 33 points per game and giving up nearly 60 per game, shooting 22% from the floor, but they'll chuck them up from 3. They take 23 three-pointers per game, just 17% from outside. They took 31 in their latest loss against Clinton County, making 6 of them, but they've stumbled into a bit of an offensive strategy. I don't know if strategy is the word, but it's what I'm going to use in this case here. Over the last few games, their last 4 in particular, they've scored at least 40 points, which again, not a huge number, but they're averaging 33 per game on the season. And the biggest thing that has been put into place during this time, the strategy that has been unfolding, is just Damia Garrett, the 5'5" senior, who is the only active senior on this roster because they haven't had Jemiah Kay so far this year, who would have been the leading returning scorer and rebounder with the departure of Alexis Taylor. They've just been letting Garrett shoot the ball all over the place. She's taken 20 shots per game over the last 4 games. She's only shooting around 20% in that stretch, 28% to be exact, and 13 of those 20 shots are three-pointers per game. Only 19% from outside, but she's been in double figures in all 4, has scored a season-high 15 in 3 of those, including their last time out against Clinton County, and it's up their overall scoring, so expect a heavy dose in this one from Damia Garrett for Todd County Central. As we take a look at the starting lineups for this one, first for the Lady Rebels of Todd County, coming in at 2-12 on the season.
For the Lady Wildcats.
Under 4th-year head coach Nick Suttle, 49-52 overall, 10-13 in District 13 play, has had a 50% winning percentage or better in each of his first 3 seasons coming into this one. One of those starters will be Damia Garrett, the 5'5" senior wearing number 12, averaging 6.7 points per game, but double figures the last 4, chucking up a lot of shots. She's going to do the same thing here tonight. 5'6" sophomore Catherine Ballard, number 3, is their leading scorer on the season, averaging 9.5 points per game on the year. She's been in double figures 5 times. Is also their leader in efficiency at just 30% from the floor. Chloe Collins, number 4, 5'2" junior, averaging 7 points per game. She specializes in getting to the line, getting there 6.2 times per game. And rounding out the starting 5 is 5'2" freshman number 23, Gracie Miller, averaging 2 points and a rebound and a half per game. And 5'6" freshman Malia Merriweather, number 24. She's just 5'6", but she's their leading rebounder on the year at 6.6 per game. She's had a season-high 13 rebounds 3 times and done so in each of their last 2 games. And for your Franklin-Simpson Lady Cats, coming in at 9-4 on the season, under 6th-year head coach Ashley Taylor, again for her career, 122 up, 31 down. In the backcourt, 5'5", a senior, number 10, Mila Rigsby, averaging just under 3 points and 2 rebounds per game. She's joined by 5'5", senior, number 21, Mackenzie Taylor, averaging 3.5 points per game on the season. She's made multiple 3-pointers in 4 games, had done so in 3 straight before the South Warren game on Tuesday. And rounding out the backcourt, the best shooter in the Bluegrass, 5'6" junior Allie Pennington, wearing that number 24, averaging nearly 24 points per game, shooting 48% from 3-point range, 47% from the floor, making nearly 5 threes per game. In the front court, a 5'10" senior, number 25, Carmen Phillips, averaging 2 points, 2 rebounds per game on the season, and 6' senior, number 15, Chloe Chloe Smith. 13 points, 6.6 rebounds per game, coming off a season-high 19 against South Warren. Took 22 shots in that game, has been in double figures 10 times this season. Did so 14 times last year, but 8 of the last 10 games down the stretch, she started to heat up, and she's carried that over into this new campaign in 25-26, the senior leader of this team. 4 of those seniors in the starting lineup with the junior Allie Pennington. Smith will go for the tip for Franklin-Simpson in the black uniforms, blue numbers outlined in white with blue stripes on the shoulders. Todd County Central in the base white uniforms, red numbers and lettering across the chest as the Lady Cats win the tip, and we're underway from Elkton. District opener for both sides. Right side, Pennington gets it in the corner. Her first touch of the ball game, isolated and stepped on the sideline, being pressured over there by Chloe Collins. I mentioned Collins, the free throw specialist, averaging over 6 free throws per game. It was a free throw fest when these two teams faced off at this floor last year. Todd County took 31 free throws and made 28 and still lost 80-56, a season high in scoring for the Lady Cats. Their best this year, 71 against Owensboro. On the block, Collins working around Smith. Kicks it out right side. Ballard for 3. High arcing shot misses long, and Smith pulls down the board. We had a chat before the game, and I let Chloe know she hadn't had a double-double all season long, and she was a bit surprised, so might try to change that in this one. She's got it up top, hands to Pennington for 3. Rattles off, no good. Rigsby gets the offensive rebound, tries to tiptoe the baseline, but stepped out of bounds. Coach Taylor clapping on the hustle. But both teams still scoreless with 7:10 left to go in this opening quarter. Collins will bring it across. 4 seniors in the starting lineup for Franklin-Simpson, only 1 available to play for Todd County. They go down low, Ballard, and it's swatted out of bounds from behind. It's Carmen Phillips. 6:56 now left to go, opening quarter. I think if there's anything that Coach Taylor is going to look for in this game, it's the defense. With all the numbers we talked about and the regression from last year, natural with no Larisha Cawthorn in that full backcourt. Anaya Brown, Naja Nolan, no Majayla Butler to pressure, injured this season as Todd County Central throws it away out of bounds over the head of everybody. Franklin-Simpson will get it back off the turnover. 6:46 left, opening quarter. Coach Taylor directing traffic early on. Pennington brings it front court. Smith comes to set her a screen 6 feet off the three-point line. Over to Taylor on the right side. Right elbow, Rigsby looks at Smith. Instead goes to the right block, but she took steps. Had Phillips, but took an extra step before making the pass. And we're still scoreless as Franklin-Simpson turns it right back over. Lady Rebels team has scored as few as 10 points against Barron County, but again, 40-plus in 4 straight coming into today. Left side, there's Garrett teeing off for 3, way off the mark. She's got the green light of all green lights, and here comes Franklin-Simpson. Speaking of green lights, Pennington on the left side. Spins around to Smith's screen. Defender falls down, leaves it off for Taylor. Down low, Chloe Smith bullies through everybody, banks it up, around, and out. It goes off the leg. Then of Gracie Miller and out of bounds will stay with Franklin-Simpson. There, Chloe just didn't dig deep enough into the paint. Phillips will inbound, goes into Smith, now to Rigsby. Pennington comes off an off-ball screen, fakes the 3. Being guarded well so far by Chloe Collins, who has kept up with her at every turn. Pennington leaves it for Smith, cross court. Taylor, down low, Phillips turns on the left block. She jumped, walked, came down, and there's the call. Still scoreless as the Todd County Central crowd comes to life with 5:47 left in the opening quarter. And so far, Chloe Collins has stepped up and followed Allie Pennington everywhere she's gone across this court. Garrett has it up top for Todd County Central. To Collins. Rigsby all over her. Collins inside. Kicks it out at the last moment. It's juggled. Three-pointer fired up. That one off the mark. Chloe Smith with another rebound. She's going to put it on the floor. Pennington is open up ahead. Leaves it to her on the left side. Left-handed layup. No good, but she's fouled. 2 free throws on the way for the junior dynamo, Allie Pennington.
And a foul on the Lady Rebels, number 12, her first team foul.
Averaging nearly 24 per game. Her season low was 14 against Glasgow. First free throw rattles off. A rare miss. A 75% shooter. Gets to the line about 5 times per game. As Carmen Phillips will come out. Reese Myler comes in. 5'10" senior, averaging nearly 3 points, around 2 rebounds per game. Second free throw goes for Pennington, and Franklin-Simpson finally strikes first. We've got 5:23 left of the first quarter. Lady Cats lead at 1-0. Collins stuck up top, was trying to go to Garrett, but she sprinted away, now throws it far side. Pennington nearly got the steal. Instead, it's collected by Gracie Miller. She'll fire up a 3 from the right wing. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Myler, and now Mackenzie Taylor comes to get it. Taylor brings it across half court. Now to Smith at the top of the key. Pennington comes off a screen, takes the handoff, flips it over to Myler. Now down low, Smith turns, fires from 10, couldn't bank it in. Taylor gets the offensive rebound on the opposite side, outside to Myler for 3. Missed it long, and it's rebounded on the block by Merriweather. That's what she does. Malia Merriweather, 6.6 rebounds per game. Top mark on a Todd County team averaging 27.5. Franklin-Simpson just 23.5. Led by the 6.5 from Chloe Smith as the Lady Rebels throw it away again, this time into the far corner, out of bounds. This is typically how this Todd County team will play Franklin-Simpson. Just try to milk their possessions. Last year the plan was get as many free throws as they could. 1-0 is the Franklin-Simpson lead. Collins still all over Pennington on the far side. Smith kick out. Myler tries a right wing 3. Missed it long, and it's rebounded by Miller, her second board of the night. Needs somebody to give it to, and finally Collins comes to get it. We're halfway through this opening quarter, and Collins has been the MVP just from her defense. Leaves it off at the free throw line. Jumper missed off the hand of Catherine Ballard, and it's rebounded again by Myler. She's given good minutes early on. Pennington, left side, over to Mackenzie Taylor for 3. Missed long, rebound batted. Taylor chases down her own miss. Gives it to Pennington left side. Drives, floats it up, fouled, and Allie Pennington will go to the line for 2 more. That was one of those, I'm going to get mine no matter how I've got to. And Allie Pennington will go to the line for 2 more free throws. Split her first 2 earlier in the corner. The lone point on the board for Franklin-Simpson with 3:46 left in this opening quarter. They lead at 1-0. As the first free throw off the mark again. Myler comes out, as does Taylor. As Dina checked in for Franklin-Simpson alongside Harley Crafton, but Coach Suttle is going to take a timeout for Todd County Central and will take one as well. Pennington a free throw on the way after the break. It's 1-0 Franklin-Simpson. 3:46 left to go in this opening quarter on 92.3 WFKN.
Wildcats hit the field. The best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here. Wildcats hit the field. The best seat in the house isn't the stadium.
As we come back out of the timeout, Pennington gets the second of her 2 free throws to go. She's 2 for 4 at the line tonight. Those are all the points scored in this game. 2-0. Lady Cats lead it here at Todd County Central as Franklin-Simpson gets a steal on the other end. It was Rigsby that came away with it. Leaves it for Pennington. Her jumper from 6 good. Allie Pennington has all 6 for the Lady Cats. Or excuse me, 4 for Franklin-Simpson. And it's 4-0. FS with 3.5 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. The scoreboard is currently frozen here at Todd County Central. Lady Cats, though, get another steal. It goes up ahead. Crafton all the way to the rim, and it's good. Hartley Crafton scores it in. Back-to-back field goals in transition. Crafton, the freshman, averaging 2 points per game, has scored a season-high 5 twice. And it's suddenly 6-0 Franklin-Simpson. Now the scoreboard back and working. Merriweather has it at the free throw line. She walked, they didn't call it. Now it goes to Collins on the baseline. Cut off by Pennington, trying to spin through. Forces up a wild shot. Pennington blocked it. Rebounded by Dean. and she is fouled underneath.
Foul is on the Rebels, number 4, her first.
That's against Chloe Collins, the 5'2 junior, averaging 7 points per game.
Number 5, Madeline Ballard.
Gets half of her points from the free throw line. She takes over 6 per game and has attempted at least 10 3 times this year. Pennington walks it across, 2:45 left opening quarter, 6-0 is the Franklin-Simpson lead. Over to Mackenzie Taylor on the right wing, now to Rigsby. She'll pull from the right elbow, gets the bounce, and it's good. Mila Rigsby gets the jumper to go, and Franklin-Simpson has an 8-0 lead. 2.5 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. The scoreboard's a little glitchy here at Todd County Central. It's going down about 7 seconds at a time. It pauses, then some time falls off. Ball goes into the right corner to Chloe Collins. Smith on her, able to wrap around. Nice pass onto the left block. Layup is missed by Madeline Ballard, the 7th grader of the 2 Ballards. And here comes Pennington the other way. Beats the first defender, now wraps to the right side. Leaves it off to Mackenzie Taylor. Caught it and walked with it on the shot fake. And the travel will send it back to Todd County Central. As the genius that is Aaron Talley to my left points out, the scoreboard on the left side, my left, that is not working. That is the Todd County Central goal. The right side, the Franklin-Simpson goal side, the scoreboard is working. We've got 1:58 left in this opening quarter with an 8-0 Franklin-Simpson lead. Garrett has it on the left side, being hounded over there by Crafton. Chloe Collins gets it, leaves it off inside for Ballard. Her shot is off the mark. Madeline Dean pulls down the rebound for Franklin-Simpson, and here comes Pennington the other way. Collins picks her up at half court. On the right side, Ballard thought about it, Crafton thought about it 3, instead goes to Rigsby. To Pennington, dribbles into the right corner, leaves it off for Chloe Smith, bullies her way to the rim, missed it, and the rebound knocked out of bounds to stay with Franklin-Simpson with 1:26 on the clock. Inbound quickly to Smith. Catch, shoot, missed it long off the pass from Dean. And coming the other way is Garrett. Up top, Collins. Todd County scoreless so far, trying to change it here with a free throw line jumper that's missed off the hand of Catherine Ballard, their leading scorer on the season. Pennington tries to save it in the far corner, but her foot is out of bounds on the sideline. So Todd County Central will keep it with 1:09 left in the quarter as the buzzer has started sounding and it keeps sounding. And now the players are being waved off the floor as well. I apologize for the sound. Going to turn down the headset to try and mitigate it coming through. Going to point this towards as much as I can. I actually,
how about that?
Looks like somebody managed to bump in and get the fire alarm going. That's been resolved, and somehow that being resolved has also fixed the scoreboard. I've said this maybe 2 or 3 times. Elkton's weird, and I stand by that statement. And I will for the rest of my life. 1:09 left in the quarters. We'll get back underway. It's been a weird game. Been a weird night. 8-0 Franklin-Simpson. Lady Cats lead it over Todd County Central. Tyler Eaton with you. Glad to be with you wherever we're broadcasting from. As Damia Garrett had gotten it to inbound it, and the official asked for the ball right back. And now they're going to get this thing going. Rigsby, Taylor, Pennington, Smith, and Dean out there for Franklin-Simpson. Inbound comes in up top to Catherine Ballard. Now gives it over on the right side to Azia Tandian for the first time. Leaves it for Collins, and for the first time tonight, she'll go to the free throw line. As she was fouled from behind in that break, Carmen Phillips, and then suddenly come in for Chloe Smith. Phillips is the one to pick up the foul. And Chloe Collins will go to the line with an opportunity to put Todd County Central on the board in this one. Fitting it's at the free throw line is the first one off the mark. Dean comes out. Chloe Smith will come right back in for Franklin-Simpson. Collins been in double figures 4 times this year. Season high of 11 twice. Second free throw up, and she panks it in. Todd County Central on the board. 8-1. Franklin-Simpson leads at 1:02 left And this opening quarter brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Former FS Wildcat Tanner Clark and his team bring you the best in accounting and tax services, as well as payroll and bookkeeping. Tanner invites you to pay him a visit at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin, or call him at 270-586-9899. Find out more at clarkcpagroup.net. Chloe Smith kicks it out left corner. Mila Rigsby for three, missed it long. Smith had the rebound. It's contested from behind. Jump ball going to be called, and the arrow sends it to Todd County Central. That was a good job by young Madeline Ballard as well as Zia Tandy. You're looking at a freshman there in Tandy, and Ballard, the 7th grader. A couple of Ballards out there a lot of the time between Madeline and Catherine. Catherine, the 5'6" sophomore, their leading scorer. Madeline averaging 2 points per game as a 7th grader. Those two able to force the jump ball with 30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Catherine Ballard, left elbow, fakes, drives, kicks it out into the left corner. Three-pointer on the way, and it's Madeline Ballard that hits it. First field goal of the game for Todd County. It's a 4-point game, 8-4. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Rigsby, right elbow, spins outside, hands it off to Pennington, driving into the corner. Collins on her, double team comes. Pennington at the free throw line, gives it to Taylor, down low, beautiful find to Phillips. She missed it long, but Chloe Smith, opposite side, got the rebound. Her layup misses long, and then Phillips is called for the foul, contesting for the rebound with 6 seconds left to go in the quarter. Todd County Central can cut this to a one-possession game. That's the second foul on Carmen Phillips as well, as she'll come out. Pennington will get a breather before the quarter comes to a close. Collins gets the inbound, 6 seconds to work with, gets across half court at 3. Collins gets a screen. Time is going to run out. No shot is going to go up, and it'll be 8-4. Franklin-Simpson leading Todd County Central after a sloppy opening quarter. Took us 3.5 minutes to get any points in this one, but fortunately, the first one's for Franklin-Simpson. Allie Pennington leading the way with 4. Lady Cats lead it by that margin, 8-4 after 1 at Todd County Central here on 92.3 W.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank, is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Tyler Eaton with you here at Todd County Central High School. Back to be with you not just tonight, but moving forward the rest of the way in this Franklin-Simpson basketball season, both on 92.3 WFKN. And until Aaron Talley kicks me off on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9, he told me I've got at least 3 games left on my contract. We'll see if we're able to renew for a Snickers bar and some change after the fact. 8-4, the Lady Cats lead as we get the second quarter underway. Lady Cats have the first possession. What a find from right wing to left block. Taylor connecting with Smith. Her layup off the mark, but she's fouled. And Chloe Smith, after a scoreless first quarter, coming off a season-high 19 points against South Warren on Tuesday, will go to the line for 2 free throws. Smith averaging 13.6 rebounds per game, and as the first free throw falls through, you can give her 962 career points as a Lady Cat. Crossed over the 500 rebound threshold earlier this season, which she was keen to tell me about when we caught up earlier, as though I wouldn't have known it. Second free throw misses long. It's 9-4, Franklin-Simpson. Lady Cats with a 5-point edge. Just 1 field goal so far for Todd County, a 3-pointer by 7th grader Madeline Ballard. Right side, Damia Garrett drives in, and just like that, there's field goal number 2. She banks it in from 5 feet out. Garrett with her first points coming in double figures in 4 straight. Smith gets it down low, muscles through on the block. She gets her first field goal. Give Chloe 3, and the lead is back up to 5. 11-6, Franklin-Simpson. Quick start to the second quarter after an abysmal start for both sides in the first. Chloe Collins gets to the left elbow, sends it into the corner to the younger Ballard, wrapping around, sends it to Catherine Ballard in the right corner, spins around. Chloe Smith tries to leave it for her sister, and it's stolen away by Chloe. Flips it up ahead to Pennington. Lady Cats have numbers, 3-on-2. Allie spins through, runs into a double team, leaves it for Rigsby outside. Dean, 3. Doesn't get the bounce, but Rigsby gets the rebound. Second possession to Smith on the elbow. Chloe spins through outside. Taylor will try one, top of the key. Off the mark again. Dean fighting for it again, but it's ripped away by Merriweather. Lady Cats averaging 7 3-pointers per game, have yet to make one in this one. They've made at least 9 times this season. Down low, Merriweather kicks it out right corner. Extra pass made. Garrett wraps to Collins. Drives in from the left wing. Kick out. Open look from the left corner. Madeline Ballard misses it off the lip. Rebounded by Pennington. Here she comes across half court. 6:20 left in the quarter before halftime. Pennington. Taylor fakes the 3 from the corner. Wraps. Fires it up from the right elbow. Pushed it long. And it's rebounded by Ballard, and Todd County will slow this thing down with 6:08 left before the break. Franklin getting good looks from outside, have yet to been able to dial one in after going just 4 for 15 against South Warren. Pennington knocks one out of bounds on the far side. We'll stay with Todd County, as Harley Crafton will check back in for the Lady Cats. Rigsby comes out.
And in for the Rebels, number 15.
Crafton 2, Rigsby 2. Pennington leads with 4. Chloe Smith with 3 for FS so far. Collins gets a screen from Garrett. Now tries to go down low, but Smith deflects it. She's got another steal as Pennington comes up with it. Nearly lost it from behind. Spins around at half court behind the back dribble. Collins hounding her as she has been all night long. Cross court pass. Dean at the left wing. Fakes the 3. Now outside Crafton. She wraps. Kicks. Taylor drive, but Crafton was tripped. I think instead they're going to get a foul away from the ball as Chloe Smith was down there fighting. They're going to get a foul against Amia Garrett.
Her second, team second.
That's her second foul. Dean quickly goes into Smith. Double team on the block. Back outside Madeline Dean. Left corner 3. Missed it, but she took steps before regardless. Took an extra step trying to get set in that corner. Franklin-Simpson just no rhythm so far. And when I say rhythm, I just mean in terms of shooting. The shots have been there, just have not been able to get them to go. The sets have been working. Dean will come out. Reese Myler back in, gave some really good minutes in that opening quarter, especially on the boards. Right side, mid-range jumper, missed long off the hand of Catherine Ballard. Myler fighting for it again on the floor. Coach Taylor will get a timeout to keep the Lady Cat possession after the rebound by Myler. 11-6, Franklin-Simpson leads.
To the Lady Wildcats.
5:20 left to go before halftime. Wildcats, as we talked about with Coach Spencer, in between games, won't be in action again until the next district doubleheader at Russellville. That will be a normal one next Friday. Girls up first, and then the boys to follow. Lady Cats schedule will be in action again tomorrow at home. Freshman JV varsity action all the way through against Metcalfe County, a rematch. Going back to the region championship from last year as the Lady Cats picked up the win to head to the state Sweet 16. Freshmen will play at 3 o'clock, JV at 4, and then we'll be with you for coverage of the varsity matchup at 5:30 against Metcalfe County. Beyond the air around 5:15 as we get set for that girls-only matchup. Then another girls-only game at home, as is the Metcalfe County game against Warren Central on Tuesday. 11-6 FS leads as we get back underway. 5:15 left before halftime. Rigsby brings it across half court. Now sends it over to Harley Crafton, being guarded out there by Garrett. Pennington, spring free, off ball screen, goes all the way around and out. That's the best look she's had all night. Here comes Todd County the other way. That's the first time the Lady Cats have been able to get Collins off of Pennington even for a moment. Garrett on the left wing, guarded by Rigsby. Now sends it into the right corner to Ballard. Pennington closes out on her, steps through, throws up a wild shot. Pennington gets her second block of the night. She has it behind the back dribble, fires it up ahead. Rigsby, touch pass. Smith, right block, and she's fouled trying to go up between 2 defenders. They call that against Merriweather. That's first, and it'll be 2 more free throws for Chloe Smith. No, they say it's on the floor. That's another one like earlier. I don't know how it wasn't in the act of shooting. But it'll be a baseline inbound for Franklin-Simpson. Pennington will be the one to take it. Then you got to figure they're going to try to get it right back to her. Rigsby springs free to get it initially. Pennington gets an off-ball screen from Myler, but Collins all over her again. Instead, Myler gets it on the wing, and now Garrett sprints to take it away. Garrett, free transition break, gets the layup to go, and it's a 3-point game, 11-8. Damia Garrett with all 4 in the quarter for Todd County Central. Crafton on the left side. Gets around the defender and leaves it off for Rigsby. Dribbles to her left, goes to Smith. It's deflected, collects it on the right elbow. Pennington one-on-one with Collins. Smith comes up to set a screen. Pennington broke her ankles. Can she hit the three? It goes in! Ankles snatched. 3. Drain. Hello, Allie Pennington. Right side, Garrett tries to respond with a deep 3. Bank closed for that one. Here come the Lady Cats the other way, 14-8, 3:45 left in the quarter. Great find, Rigsby, Crafton, layup good at 16-8, Franklin-Simpson, and the Lady Rebels need a timeout. Pennington just sent Collins sliding all the way to Simpson County. With that behind the back, has struggled to find any separation all game long. They've tried to do it with the off-ball screens. They've tried to do it with the pick and roll. That time took matters into her own hands. First 3 of the night for Pennington, three-pointer number 64 on the season, puts her just 3 away from matching the high mark for any Franklin-Simpson player under head coach Ashley Taylor, that being Jasmine Savage with her 67 in the 2023-2024 season. And that's just what Allie Pennington does. I would say this a lot of the times with Larisha Cawthorn, who is now excelling at Tennessee Tech this year. If you haven't been able to keep up top 15 in the country in offensive rebounds per game, they're having a fantastic season, likely to win their conference again. But sometimes there are just things that Larisha does that Larisha just does. And there are things that Allie Pennington does that are just things that only Allie Pennington can do. Back underway, Todd County has it trailing 16-8. Collins up top, being guarded by Crafton. She's now got 4 after the layup. Left side, 3-pointer on the way. That one pushed long off the hand. And it's rebounded on the opposite side. What a job by Merriweather. Cleaning up on that opposite side off the 3-point miss. And Franklin-Simpson sees their lead go down to 6. Pennington, double screen set this time. They switch Collins off. Now she comes with a double. Over to Mackenzie Taylor, wide open on the left wing. Missed it short. Crafton was there to collect it. Her putback misses, and it's batted out of bounds. It'll stay with Franklin-Simpson underneath. Good job by Madeline Dean to force the issue against Garrett underneath. Dean now will inbound to Smith. To Taylor, right wing. Pennington flares off a screen, caught it, shot it, but an illegal screen will be called against Chloe Smith. Shot didn't go in. That's the first foul against Chloe Smith. Frustrating night for Chloe, just 3 points. Has had some opportunities underneath, but has been strong on the boards. 2:45 left to go before halftime. Crafton trying to pick Collins' pocket. Got it away for a moment, but Collins collects it back. To Ballard, drives in. She's bumped on the floor. As they call that one against Mackenzie Taylor. Only the second foul on FS in the quarter. 3 on Todd County Central with 2:38 left before halftime. Collins to inbound, looking for an option, throws it into Garrett, but it goes off her hands to Crafton. Franklin-Simpson running. They've got a 4-on-2 the other way. Crafton kicks it out. Pennington, step back, corner 3. Got it! Just like that, 10 points for Allie Pennington. She's been in double figures every game this season for Franklin-Simpson, and it's 19-10 Lady Cats. 2:15 left to go in this opening half. Collins kicks it into the right corner. Ballard fakes, spins, fires up a fadeaway 16-footer that spins all the way around the rim, banks up and falls through. First bucket for Catherine Ballard, makes it 19-12. Smith, left side, fakes a pass, puts it on the floor, drives in from 8 feet, kicks it out to Dean. Madeline Dean wraps, fires, her 6-footer no good, and it's rebounded by Ballard. 1:45 left in the quarter. Coach Settle pushing his girls forward to set up their offense as Collins brings it across. Left side, Ballard has it on the elbow, driving into Crafton, sends it over on the right wing, Garrett. Pennington guards her and then kicks her pass out of bounds with 1.5 minutes left in the first half. Mila Rigsby back in, Madeline Dean out. Pennington with 10 of the 19 for Franklin-Simpson. The only 2 3-pointers for the Lady Cats so far, after only making 2 in the win against South Warren Tuesday. Catherine Ballard gets the inbound deep on the right wing. Mackenzie Taylor hounding her near half court at this point. Has to pick up her dribble, hands it off to Collins. Taylor picks her up. Screen set. Taylor goes through it. Now it goes into the corner. Pennington picks up against Ballard, and she travels. Great defensive possession that time for the Lady Cats, and Mackenzie has brought the intensity all game long. She inbounds it to Mila Rigsby with 1:15 left in the second quarter. Rigsby gives it to Chloe Smith, left elbow, kick out. Taylor drives, stuck on the right elbow, had it knocked away, gets it back. Outside to Rigsby, fakes, steps in, pulls from 8, missed it long. Rebound deflected, Smith fighting for it, who had the last touch, out off of Todd County Central. Lady Rebels now have Azia Tandy out there face guarding Pennington everywhere she goes. After the ankle breaker on Collins. Taylor will take the baseline inbound, goes to Smith in the corner, now to Rigsby. Smith sets an off-ball screen. Pennington catch and shoot, 3 feet off the wing, switched it home. 3 straight triples for Pennington. 22-12 Franklin-Simpson. That is Lady Cat basketball this season. Collins drive, foul called. Coach Taylor wanted to walk. She did walk, but a foul is going to be called on the drive. Foul goes against Crafton, her first. Both teams with 3 fouls. 41 seconds left before halftime. Pennington with 13 points all of a sudden. Collins inbounds. Trying to work it down low. They can. Instead, it's outside with Ballard. Ballard being hounded again by Mackenzie Taylor. Gets a screen, stops at the free throw line outside Collins. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Forces up a 3. Missed it long. Pennington with a rebound. 23 seconds to work with. She'll bring it front court. Pennington. Knocked down. No foul called as Collins comes away with the steal. Collins the other end. Smith bumps her hard. Collins finishes through the contact. Count it and the foul. That was a case of Chloe looking out for Allie a little bit after they didn't get the bump against Collins up top against Pennington. Chloe Collins finishes through the contact anyways. She split her first 2 free throws, has one here for the 3-point play. As Carmen Phillips will come in, Chloe Smith will check out. With 13.5 seconds left to go, Ashley Taylor still pleading her case with the official. Collins has a free throw on the way in an 8-point ball game. Gets the bounce off the back of the rim. She's now got 4, 22-15. Rigsby brings it across. Now 10 seconds left in the quarter. Mackenzie Taylor to Phillips on the right elbow. 5 seconds. Phillips double team, has it knocked away. Goes out of bounds. 2.2 seconds left to work for Franklin-Simpson on a baseline inbound play. And quickly, Chloe Smith is going to check back in, as will Madeline Dean, as Phillips comes out, as does Crafton. Dean will trigger it. 2.2 seconds. 22-15 Franklin-Simpson. In the coffin corner is Dean to inbound. Pennington comes off a screen from Smith. Catch and shoot. Missed the 3. They get Smith for another illegal screen, though. Chloe cannot believe it. And that's her 3rd foul, as Smith had come in just for that inbound play. The Lady Rebels will inbound by their own bench. Nobody is there to inbound it. Somebody's got to come inbound the basketball. Collins went to go take free throws. There are now 5 fouls on Franklin-Simpson, but you don't get free throws for an illegal screen on an inbound play. So they'll have to inbound with 2.2 seconds left. The pass is deflected. Taylor comes up with it. She fires one up at the horn. Nearly made it. Was dead on line, just short. Would have been the second longest shot that we've seen made so far today, but it misses, and we head into half with Franklin-Simpson leading it 22-15 over Todd County Central in the district opener for both teams as Allie Pennington explodes for 3 3-pointers in the second quarter. She's got 13 to lead all scores so far as the Lady Cats lead it by 7 at the break. Franklin-Simpson 22, Todd County Central 15. Your halftime stats and more on the way right after this on 92.3 WFKN. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
It's halftime on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Halftime is sponsored by Grease Monkey of Franklin, as well as Franklin EPB Fiber.
In Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
I'm here at Todd County Central High School, 22-15. Franklin-Simpson leading it in the girls matchup between Todd County Central and Franklin-Simpson. District 13 opener for both teams. The Wildcats get the job done in the opening game of the night, winning it by a single point, 64-63. The final score in that one, Franklin-Simpson picking up their sixth win of the season overall, moving to 6-7 on the year. The Lady Cats looking to pick up win number 10 on this young season, and what would be for the career of head coach Ashley Taylor, 123 wins to 31 losses in her career at Franklin-Simpson. Tyler Eaton, glad to be with you. If you're listening on 92.3 WFKN, the WFKN app, or 92.3WFKN.com, let us know where you're listening from. You can message us on our Facebook page. I'll be honest, the internet is so bad here in Todd County, I won't be able to see it at the moment. I'm just happy that we're on the air. I'm going to go ahead and knock our table knock to jinx that. If you're watching along on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9, sorry, the view has gotten worse with our our halftime show compared to the game going on earlier. Let us know for where you're watching from as well. So happy to be back with you the rest of the way for this basketball season. Appreciate Cody Schuler, Brian Talley, Dale Thornhill, everybody we've had in between filling in along the way this season. Happy to say that I will be back with you for the remainder of this Franklin-Simpson basketball season in our broadcast moving forward, both on WFKN and Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Allie Pennington leading the way for Franklin-Simpson. 13 of the 22 points on the scoreboard for the Lady Cats. Had 4 points in the opening quarter, exploded for 9 in the second quarter with 3 straight three-pointers, a highlight ankle breaker that I'll have to go back and grab off of that Channel 9 stream as she was able to go with a behind-the-back move. Chloe Collins slipped up and, as I said at the time, slid all the way to Simpson County before Pennington buried the three, and that just started the avalanche as she's been able to take over from that point to lead the way for the Lady Cats with her 13 points in double figures every game so far this season. The least that she has scored is 14. I think Aaron's got that play queued up here if you're watching along on our stream on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9 to get another look. He's trying to cue it up. We'll see if we can get a replay of it as it plays regardless. There it comes. If you're watching along on the stream, my goodness. I mean, that's 15 feet of separation from one behind-the-back move. And, again, that's the Allie Pennington experience that we've gotten used to here in her first year at Franklin-Simpson. Just a junior. I mentioned this earlier. She is on pace currently to finish the year with 2,000 career points. And she's still got 1 year left to play. 4 points from Harley Crafton for Franklin-Simpson, the freshman, just 1 point off of her season high 5 that she scored a couple of times this season. 2 points for Mila Rigsby, just 3 for Chloe Smith. Chloe 3 points after scoring a season high 19 points, 1 off of her career high with the 19 that she had against South Warren. Actually 2 points. She had 21 points against Metcalfe County in the region championship last year to set that career mark. Talked to her before this game about being more aggressive, and it didn't have to do exactly with scoring, but just the presence that she has, and she has been the leading rebounder for Franklin-Simpson in this game to go along with Reese Myler. No points yet, but my goodness, Reese has been everywhere on the boards for the Lady Cats so far. On the other side for Todd County Central, scoring effort that's been a bit all over the place, very different from what it's been lately. It has just been, as we talked about, the Damia Garrett show. Over the last 4 games, she's taking 20 shots per game, 13 three-pointers per game. She's only got 4 points in this game and really hasn't taken too many shots. Chloe Collins also with 4. She's gotten a couple from the free throw line where she is used to living. As a team, just 3 free throw attempts for Todd County Central, all of them from Chloe Collins. On the other side for Franklin-Simpson, 3 for 6 in this game, 2 for 4 from Pennington, 1 for 2 from Chloe Smith. 3 points from Madeline Ballard. That's the only three-pointer for a Todd County Central team that shoots 23 of them but only makes around 4 of them per game on the season. 2 points for Catherine Ballard, Madeline Ballard, the 7th grader, the one with the three-pointer, and then 2 points for Malia Merriweather, their best rebounder on the season, and she has maintained that in this game here tonight. It's been a bit of a slog, just 12 total points scored in the opening quarter. Franklin-Simpson had an 8-4 edge, scored 14 in the second quarter, and looked like it was on pace to be a lot more than that, but slowed down near the end of the quarter after that explosion from Allie Pennington as Todd County Central was able to weather the storm to cut it to a 7-point deficit, 22-15, going into the halftime break. If you miss it, Franklin-Simpson on the boys' side, winners 64-63 in our opening game of the night. The Wildcats trailed it by 6 after the first quarter. We're down by 1 at halftime. They stormed back thanks to a career-high 23 points from Ja'Kai Pardinger, our Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game for the boys matchup. Stay tuned to find out who wins it for the girls, albeit we've got an early favorite so far through this opening half. Brody McAllister tied his career high with 20 points for the Wildcats, who picked up the win in district play, make it 5 straight for them over Todd County Central. Franklin-Simpson reigning District 13 tournament champions on the boys' side, and the girls' side as the Lady Cats here lead it at halftime 22-15, looking to make it 17 straight overall 13th district games that they've won. We're about a minute and a half away from getting the second half underway, so we'll step away when we come back. The final 16 minutes of action between Franklin-Simpson and Todd County. Again, the Lady Cats lead it 22-15 at halftime. Second half on the way right after this on 92.3 WF.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Set to get the second half of action underway here in Elkton. Todd County Central with the ball first. They trail Franklin-Simpson 22-15. Lady Cats in the black uniforms, blue numbers, blue lettering outlined in white. Lady Rebels in white with red lettering and red numbers as they turn it over. Chloe Collins threw it away, pass deflected. Mackenzie Taylor up with it. Franklin-Simpson with her first possession of the second half. Gives it off to Chloe Smith in the corner. Tries to get it to Pennington off a screen. Pass initially looked like they might let it go and say it was deflected. They don't. Instead, it goes into the backcourt. Pennington chases it down, and it's over and back. Turnover is an issue for Franklin-Simpson. It hasn't been clean offensively. When the offense has not turned it over, they've gotten good looks, just haven't been able to knock them down for the most part. Just 3 3-pointers made, and all of them have come from Pennington in this game. As she picks up a reach-in foul up top against Chloe Collins, who was the one guarding Allie for most of that first half. First foul called against Pennington. Todd County gets it in quickly. They go down low. Merriweather against Phillips. Fakes right, goes up underneath, missed it, and it's pulled down by Rigsby on the left side. Brings it down, kicks it out, left wing. Taylor down low, Smith over 2 defenders. Got it to go, count it, and 1. Chloe's expression basically just says finally as she gets that one to go through. Just 3 points with 1 field goal in the first half. Can match those 3 points with the free throw here as they get the second foul against Malia Merriweather. Chloe's free throw up. That one misses long. She's just 1 for 3 at the stripe tonight. A 66% free throw shooter on the season. But the layup does make it 24-15 FS, a 9-point lead 1 minute into the second half. Catherine Ballard tries to go to Merriweather. Smith knocks it away. Now it ends up in the corner, but Chloe takes it away anyway. She ripped it out of the hands of Gracie Miller. Now leaves it for Pennington. Brings it up the left side. Crosses to the top of the key. Swings it right corner. Rigsby tees off for 3. Pushed long. Rebound chased down. Todd County Central controls in the hands of Miller. She nearly throws it away, but Collins chases it down in the far corner. And Chloe Collins will bring it across. Ballard, Collins, Garrett, Miller, Merriweather, the starting 5 for Todd County Central out there. Pass deflected. Taylor steals it away. Lady Cats have gotten it done defensively. And Pennington hesitates, steps back top of the key to Taylor left side, and she walked. That's the second travel she's had called against her tonight. As Taylor and Smith will come out as Crafton and Myler come in. .6:18 left third quarter, 24-15 Franklin-Simpson. Collins brings it across up top. Now Pennington comes out to meet her 5 feet from the top of the key. Ball goes onto the right wing. Ballard into the corner. Madeline Ballard, who had just checked in. She misses the 3-pointer long. Had the only one in the first half for Todd County Central. Garrett had the rebound. Her putback no good. Carmen had the rebound for Franklin-Simpson, but Phillips fell down with it. And they call the travel that will keep it with Todd County Central. Second half, 2 minutes in, has looked mostly like the first half. Very sloppy both ways. Merriweather gets the inbound, tries to kick it to Collins, but the pass was late, and Crafton comes and picks it off. Off to Pennington. Nearly loses her dribble at half court, but gets it back. Pressure by Collins to Rigsby to Kraft in the corner. Down low, Phillips turns over her right shoulder. Got it to go, but she took a step, spinning through on the drop. Coach Taylor nods in agreement. And a turnover gives it back to Todd County Central. Again, Lady Cats getting good looks, but shooting themselves in the foot with the turnovers. Collins walks it across to Ballard. Garrett, she'll fire for three. No hesitation, missed it long, and Phillips gets the board on the baseline. Leaves it off for Pennington. 13 points in the first half. Up to Crafton, lost it off her hand, and it's saved down there by Garrett. Nice play to keep it into Merriweather. Here comes Collins the other way. Wraps around on the wing, leaves it off. Ballard for three. Off the mark from Catherine Ballard. Myler can't control the rebound. Lost it out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Lady Rebels as Smith and Taylor will check back in. Dean comes in as well. Only Crafton and Pennington stay in of the five that were on the floor as Garrett gets set to inbound on the baseline. Looking for an option, finally gets it in up top. Three from the top of the key. That one drained home from Catherine Ballard. First points of the quarter for Todd County Central, cuts the lead to 6 for Franklin-Simpson, 24-18. A Lady Rebels team giving up nearly 60 per game has been kept in this one by their defense. Crafton fires it down low to Smith, but she's fouled from behind by Merriweather, and that's her third.
Foul is on the Lady Rebels, number 24.
For the 5'6" freshman Malia Merriweather, really their only interior presence. Only standing 5'6", but a wide body and really strong. Smith gets it at the free throw line, slices through, fires it up from 8. The bank shot misses long, but Dean gets an offensive rebound to Crafton. Mid-range jumper, long. Smith another opportunity, and this time fouled going up with it. If they get it on Merriweather, it's her fourth. They don't. They say it's on Ballard from the side. But Chloe Smith will have 2 more free throws. Just 1 for 3 at the line so far. Again, a 66% shooter, gets there 5 times per game. Chloe has been in double figures in every Franklin-Simpson win this season. 9-1 when she scores at least 10 as she makes the first of these 2 free throws. Up to 6 points for the night and 967 for her Franklin-Simpson career. Spins, takes an extra dribble, fires, and misses the second. Rebounded by Ballard. 25-18, 4:35 left to go in the third quarter. Collins over to Garrett, looks right corner, it's denied by Smith, now has to go up top to Collins, guarded by Pennington. Ball goes on the elbow. Wild shot fired up by Madeline Ballard, missed long, and here comes Pennington the other way. Allie crosses both ways between the legs, hesitates, steps back on the wing, gets a screen, fade away from the baseline, misses from 18 feet. Chloe Smith with the rebound, and she's fouled on another putback try. 2 more free throws for Chloe Smith. Already 4 fouls in the quarter for Todd County Central. Lady Cats in the bonus for the final 4:14 of the third. Chloe just 2 for 5 at the free throw line today. First of these 2 good. Rigsby back in. Crafton comes out. And before the second free throw, Coach Suttle and Todd County Central are going to take a timeout. We'll step away as well. 26-18, Franklin-Simpson leads at 4:14 left in the third quarter at Todd County Central. You're listening to Lady Cat Basketball.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
8-point lead for Franklin-Simpson as Chloe Smith stands at the free throw line looking to extend it with the second of 2 free throws. 26-18, Lady Cats up with 4:14 left to go in the third quarter. Franklin-Simpson on the road at Todd County Central in the girls' 13th district opener after the boys played the opening game of the night. Smith misses the second free throw. Madeline Dean had the rebound, then had it ripped away, and Madeline Ballard comes away with it. Todd County Central still down by just 8. Garrett has it on the right side. Now goes cross court into the hands of Tandy. They reset up top with Collins. Taylor cuts her off with the elbow. Ball goes into the right corner. Ballard contested 3. Missed over the head of Rigsby, but it's rebounded opposite side. Now kick out Garrett for 3. Missed short. Another offensive rebound, and then Madeline Ballard is fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on number 13, the Wildcats, and that'll put number 5, Madeline Ballard.
That's the one thing about a team that shoots as many threes as this Todd County Central team does, averaging 23 per game, and that average goes up every game. Only shooting 17% from out there. There are some wild misses that are tough to handle, either off the rim, off the backboard, or off neither. As the first free throw misses for Madeline Ballard, came in as their best percentage shooter at the line, albeit just 12 attempts. She's 8 for 12. Make it 8 for 13 after that first miss. Dean comes out for Franklin-Simpson. Phillips back in. As Ballard's second misses long, and Mackenzie Taylor gets the rebound on the elbow. She'll bring it across, leaves it for Rigsby. Taylor trying to set an off-ball screen for Allie. Instead, it goes down low to Smith, and she's fouled down there. Another shooting foul. This one called on Madeline Ballard, and again, it's Chloe Smith going to the free throw line.
Five, the Rebels, her second, team 5th.
Chloe yet to make them pay. 2 for 5 at the line in this quarter. 3 for 7 for the night, and the first one rattles off no good. The head just bobs back, almost in disbelief. As good of a free throw shooter as she's been, not just this season, but for her career. Second one doesn't get the bounce either, short, but Phillips gets the rebound. To Taylor. Smith, left elbow, puts it on the floor. Aggressive drive, missed the floater. Phillips with the rebound. Jump ball called. Arrow keeps it with Franklin-Simpson. And Coach Taylor is going to take a timeout of her own. 26-18, full timeout taken by Coach Taylor. Again, we'll step away with him. 3:26 left to go in the third quarter. We'll ride out the quarter after this. Lady Cats up by 8 on 92.3 WFKN.
Wildcats hit the field. The best seat in the house is at the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here. Wildcats hit the field, the best. Turn off the lights and I'll blow.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Cats had a chance for a baseline inbound coming out of the timeout, but another illegal screen called. This one goes against Carmen Phillips. Gives it right back to Todd County Central. 26-18 our score. No time ticks off the clock. 3:26 left to go in this third quarter. Chloe Collins gets the inbound, and she'll bring it across. She's got 4 for the Lady Rebels. Catherine Ballard leads with just 5. But just an 8-point game. Franklin-Simpson dominated these matchups last year as Collins gets it on the right side, dumps it off right corner. Tandy for 3, and she gets it to go. Azia Tandy, a three-pointer from the right corner, just her 8th of the season, cuts the Franklin-Simpson lead to 5, 26-21. Left side, Rigsby tries to go down low, but it's batted away by Garrett. Tries to then pass it again after she got it back, and Garrett took it away once more. In transition, Damia Garrett bumped from behind on the layup try. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws, and the Todd County Central bench is fired up.
The Wildcats are first, team 4th, and now put Damia Garrett on the line for 2.
Lady Cats have won 13 straight in this series since Coach Taylor lost her first matchup in overtime here in Elkton in 2021. Scored a season-high 80 in the regular season game on this floor last year. A rematch of the last 2 District 13 title games as well. Franklin-Simpson winning 64-39 last season. First free throw from Garrett misses. Just a 31% shooter on the season coming into tonight. Misses both, and Phillips gets the rebound on the block. Off to Pennington. Scoreless in the second half. Franklin-Simpson just 4 points, all from Chloe Smith. Pennington gives to Taylor, to Smith at the elbow. Nice find to Phillips underneath, and she gets it to go. That is the classic high-low action. We got used to it with Larisha Cawthorn and Chloe Smith, and there we see it with Smith to Phillips for her first bucket of the game. And it's 28-21 FS, 2:20 left to go in the quarter. Garrett left all alone for 3 on the right side, missed it long, and Phillips chases down the board. Off to Pennington. Collins waits for her at half court. Being shaded as well by Catherine Ballard. Pennington drives behind the back dribble, tripped up, is able to throw it over on the right side to Taylor as she falls down to Smith. Now to Crafton. She's double teamed. Garrett comes from behind to try and take it away, but a jump ball is called, and the arrow sends it to Todd County Central. Officials now having a discussion. Not sure what it would be about in this case. And now they're going to signal Franklin-Simpson ball. And Coach Suttle wants an explanation. If the possession arrow was just incorrect in that case, or what it was. This is going to flip. And they're giving at least the scorers table an explanation. We're up a few rows on a second level here, so not able to get the explanation ourselves on what happened. But regardless, it's Franklin-Simpson basketball now with 1:59 left to go in the third quarter. Smith blitzes through to get the inbound pass from Pennington, slices through the defense and scores. 6 of the 8 in the quarter for Chloe Smith. She's up to 9 points for the game. Left corner, Tandy has it for Todd County Central. Goes on the block to Ballard. Tries to work around Smith, and Chloe blocked it. Just stood straight up and almost snatched it out of her hands. Now the jump ball called, and the arrow keeps it with Todd County Central. Dean and Rigsby check in for Franklin-Simpson. Phillips and Crafton come out with 1:38 left in the third quarter. A 30-21 Franklin-Simpson lead. Collins inbounds up top. Ballard to Tandy on the right wing. Quick trigger 3. That one nearly tried to bank it in. Missed it short. Smith with the rebound. Brings it up herself. Hesitation dribble on the wing. Spins to the right block, and she's fouled on a layup try. Coach Taylor puts up both hands, tells her to slow down a bit. Chloe definitely a little bit out of control, but was able to reel it in there at the end. And she'll get 2 free throws for her trouble. She's just 3 for 9 at the line tonight. 2 for 7 in this third quarter. Again, a 66% shooter on the season. Does get the first of these 2 to go. And you can make it 11 times this season that Chloe has been in double figures. Franklin-Simpson 9-1 the previous 10 times. Second free throw on its way. That one good. Chloe now with 11. She and Allie Pennington with 24 of the 32. As we mentioned in our pregame show, those 2 scoring 68% of Franklin-Simpson points on the season, had 72% of them in the South Warren win on Tuesday. Ballard stuck on the wing, goes to Merriweather on the block, gets it right back, fires it from 3 feet off the three-point line, rattles off, rebound fought for, and Merriweather saves it off the body of Madeline Dean, laughing after the play as she gets high fives from her teammates. Good heads-up play by the freshman Merriweather. Merriweather gets the inbound from Chloe Collins, gives it right back to her in the right corner. Now it goes off to Garrett. Pennington picks her up, down low Merriweather. One-on-one down there. Great defense by Asia Cosby in for the first time tonight for Franklin-Simpson, making her 8th appearance of the season, and it's turned over back to the Lady Cats. Pennington steps behind a screen. Between the legs dribble, fade away three. Missed it long, and the rebound is pulled down at the free throw line by Garrett. First look that Allie has had in this third quarter after making 3 threes in the second quarter. Left side three. That one missed well short by Catherine Ballard. This time the save attempt to no avail by Merriweather. Again, laughing after the fact that she nearly dove into the stage that they've got set up behind that basket to our right side, where the theater and choral productions along with the band can be put on here for Todd County. And with 36 seconds left in this third quarter, Franklin-Simpson has it back, leading 32-21. Pennington gets the inbound from Rigsby, guarded by Collins. Ballard waiting to meet her for the double team at half court. Pennington splits through both of them, gets all the way to the right block, can't score it, but she'll go to the line for two with 26 seconds left to go in the quarter. She beat every single Lady Rebel to get to the basket on that play.
Foul is on number 12, Lady Rebels, her third.
Allie's season low 14 against Glasgow. A chance to eclipse that here at the line as the first free throw rattles off. She's just now 2 for 5 at the free throw line tonight. Coach Spencer said it about the boys, just typically don't shoot well in this gym for one reason or another. Some would argue it's cursed, as the second free throw is good for Pennington, and she's got 14 points. 33-21 FS. Collins brings it across for Todd County with 20 seconds to work with in the quarter. Garrett surveying, can't get it to anybody. Dribbles to her left, has to spin back right. Pennington all over her. Down low it goes Merriweather. Again, Cosby all over her. Kick out outside to Garrett, and she bakes home the three from the right wing. Garrett now with 7. 5 seconds left to go. Pennington comes across half court. 3, swings it over to Dean for 3. Can't get it to go. It was dead on line, but misses off the front side of the rim. Just like in the boys game, a prayer answered at the end of the third quarter for Todd County Central. Granted, this one about 30 feet shorter, but it's banked home for 3 by Damia Garrett. And after 3, 33-24 is the Franklin-Simpson lead in their district opener against Todd County Central. Final 8 minutes on the way right after this on 92.
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
(33-24) Franklin-Simpson leading it as we head into the fourth quarter in this girls matchup between the Lady Cats and the Todd County Central Lady Rebels. Tyler Eaton with you here on 92.3 WFKN and Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Lady Cats with the first possession of the quarter. Pennington holds it up top, sends it over to Mackenzie Taylor. Goes down low to Smith, contested catch. Now wraps it over to Rigsby, back up top to Pennington. Leads all scorers with 14. Chloe Smith in double figures as well with 11. Pennington, cross-court pass. Taylor to Smith on the left elbow. Down low, beautiful find to Rigsby. Extra pass to Dean. She scores it on the left block. Smith erupts. So happy with that play. She gets the hockey assist. And Rigsby with the one more to Dean as she gets in the scorebook with her first bucket of the night. 35-24 Franklin-Simpson. 7:20 to go. Collins down low. She's bumped by Dean. Was a quick foul call, but she immediately went to pass it. Will be a baseline inbound. Garrett will come to take it. Slaps the ball, sets the play into motion. Beautiful find on the left block as Ballard cut through at the last moment. She's now tied for the team high with 7 alongside Damia Garrett, who baked home that 3 at the end of the last quarter. Pennington fires it into the front court, left side to Taylor. Down low, has a wide open Dean on the right block, and she scores it again. Nobody picked her up on the right side of the floor. So much attention. They call it gravity. You see this effect with Steph Curry in the NBA with that defense stretched out and just keeping everyone's eyes on him. Everybody was stretched out watching Pennington, and Dean was wide open. Turnover, other way. Dean, fast break. She scores on the right block. Madeline Dean has scored 6 straight in a minute and a half. Nobody picked her up. I think at this point they've got to keep track of her. 39-26, Franklin-Simpson leads it by 13. Merriweather on the elbow. Nice find. Cross court. Garrett for 3. Pushed it long, and it's rebounded by Rigsby opposite side. They'll call it dead and say that it was over the backboard. So Franklin-Simpson will inbound as Phillips comes in. Dean comes out.
Number 15, Kara Higgins.
Well-deserved rest after that spurt to start the quarter. Pennington hounded by Collins in the backcourt, and now a foul. A reach in against Collins will be called as she poked it into the scorer's table.
That's her second.
It's the second on Chloe Collins with 6:16 left to go in the ball game. Pennington gets the inbound in the backcourt from Taylor. Nearly lost her handle. Now brings it across half court as that double team waits. Sends it over left side to Rigsby. Puts it on the floor. Checking her options. Up top, Mackenzie Taylor. Catch and shoot 3. All the way around and out from the top of the key. Rebound chased down by Ballard. Smith was hounding her in the corner, but finally gets rid of it to Chloe Collins, and she'll bring it across half court. Collins picked up by Taylor. Drives to the right side. Steps back. Fires from 12 and got it to go from the baseline. Chloe Collins with the mid-range jumper. She's now got 6. And it's 39-28. FS up by 11. 5:40 left to go. Taylor all alone. Left wing. Down low. Perfect entry to Carmen Phillips. And she gets the layup to go. Beautiful find that time from Taylor. Turned down the three-pointer to get it to Phillips with the size mismatch. Carmen now has 4. And it's 41-28 with 5:23 left to go. Pennington picks off a pass. Brings it down the left side. Leaves it for Rigsby underneath. She's stuck in no man's land. Leaps up and throws it off the foot of Collins to save it for Franklin-Simpson as they'll have a baseline inbound. Pennington tried to throw that fast enough for Rigsby not to get caught under the rim. Either way, she did. As Merriweather comes out for Todd County Central. Back in comes Madeline Ballard. Lady Cats with just 3 threes so far, all from Pennington. Went just 4 for 15 against South Warren on Tuesday, averaging over 7 makes per game. Rigsby wide open for 3 off the inbound in the left corner, missed it off the front side of the rim. Rebounded by Ballard, and now Collins will bring it across. We got 5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Todd County Central, for all they've done defensively, need offense. They won't get it here. Smith picks off the entry pass, bringing it down the right side, and she's fouled from behind. We'll see if they get it on Collins or Ballard.
And a foul on Lady Rebels, number 4. That's her third.
It is the third on Chloe Collins. As Madeline Dean will come back in. Back out comes Carmen Phillips with 5 minutes exactly on the clock. Might have jumped the gun saying there was 5 minutes left to go in the game. But before we can get to the final 5 minutes, timeout call by fourth-year head coach Nick Suttle and the Lady Rebels of Todd County Central. Exactly 5 left to go. 41-28. Franklin-Simpson looking to close out district win number 1 on the season. Final 5 minutes come your way after this on 92.3 WFKN.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or, the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service. and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
5 minutes left to go here at Todd County Central High School, 41-28 Franklin-Simpson with the edge over the Lady Rebels of Todd County. FS ball out of a timeout called by Coach Suttle and his Lady Rebels. Right side, Mackenzie Taylor gets a clean look out of the timeout, missed the three. Chloe Smith with the rebound, her putback no good. Madeline Dean had another opportunity. She pushed it long, and it's rebounded by Todd County Central. Franklin-Simpson has done a great job on the offensive boards, just have not been able to convert on these putback opportunities. We're going to close out win number 2 on the night after the Wildcats win 64-63 in our first game of the day. Catherine Ballard on the left block, turns, fires, and hits a fadeaway from 6 feet out. Catherine Ballard now with 9 to lead the way for Todd County. She's their leading scorer on the season, averaging 9.5 per game. And that cuts it to an 11-point game. Pennington springs free, right corner, catch and shoot, bang! There's your answer. And an immediate timeout taken from Coach Taylor and the Lady Cats. It's a full. We'll stay here this time. 44-30, 4:09 left to go in this one. Pennington now with 17 points. That time sprung free on the off-ball screen into the right corner. It's the opposite of what they usually like to do with Allie. You bring her up to the wing or the top of the key with those screens. That time flared it off into the corner. Todd County Central had no way to account for it because you're always trying to wrap around up top. As the Lady Cats extend their lead out to 44-30 over this Todd County team, so young, and that's even if they were fully healthy. As I look down there and see number 2, Jemiah Kay, the 5'10 senior, has not played in a game this year for the Lady Rebels, but she's down there in the huddle. She's suited up. In fact, she's got a tablet in her hand as she's watching the coaches during this timeout. Averaged 12 points and 7 rebounds per game last year for Todd County Central. Second in both departments, would have been by far the leading returner in both of those marks for Todd County. If you leave her out of the equation, this is a team that only returns 23% of their scoring and 33% of their rebounding from last year. If you were to plug her in as healthy, those numbers would have jumped to 48% of their scoring and 56% of their rebounding. Some quick math tells you she was around 25% of all their scoring and rebounding from a year ago, but she's been absent, and the Lady Rebels have struggled. Just 2-12 so far in the season. As we get back underway out of the timeout, they trail Franklin-Simpson 44-30 halfway through this fourth quarter. Madeline Ballard has it knocked away by Allie Pennington. She's been active on the defensive end tonight, a couple of blocks and interception. Lady Rebels will inbound with 3:56 left to go in the ball game on the baseline. Collins to take it, gets it into Ballard down low. Smith blocks it straight up, and then a foul comes in late. That'll be the 4th against Chloe Smith. Came a good 2 seconds after she blocked the shot. Chloe can't believe it, neither than Coach Taylor. Chloe's going to stay in with 3:55 left. As Madeline Ballard, the younger of the 2 Ballards, go to the line for 2 free throws. Averaging 2.3 points per game as a 7th grader. Swishes home the first. She's now got 4 tonight. Her career high is 6. And one of the 2 wins for this Lady Rebel team against Dawson Springs. Scored a season high as a team, 55 in that one, averaging just 33 per game. But just one off that mark here as the second free throw falls. It's 44-32. With 3:50 left to go, Pennington brings it across to Rigsby, to Smith, 8 feet out, stuck, kicks it out. Taylor thought about a 3, but before she could take it, 3 seconds down low, called against Dean. Was camped there in the paint and was open for a moment when Smith had it. Chloe didn't see her. And the turnover sends it back to Todd County Central. Turnovers have been killers tonight. Not a game that Coach Taylor's going to be pleased with after the fact, but one that she'll most certainly take the W and leave Elkton with it. If the Lady Cats can close this out up 12, Pennington picks off a pass up top. Stops, hesitates on the left wing, goes all the way to the rack, takes the contact as she forced Garrett to slide in under her, and will go to the line for 2 free throws. Great hesitation on the left wing, and then baited Garrett to slide in on that left block. And will take 2 free throws. First one good. Went 2 for her first 5 and now has made her last 2. Franklin-Simpson just 9 for 18 at the line tonight, which is surprising because all of them have been taken by Chloe Smith and Allie Pennington, the 2 best free throw shooters on this team. Second one good for Allie, and she's now got 19 points. She can get one more, she'll have 20 for the 8th time this year. Collins holds it up top, guarded by Mackenzie Taylor. 3:13 left to go. 46-32 Franklin-Simpson. Garrett in the corner. Rigsby on her. Franklin-Simpson does a great job on Garrett. Just 7 points so far. Been in double figures. 4 straight coming into this one. As Madeline Ballard again drives in, gets contact, trying a layup, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Can get a new career high if she knocks down both. They get that one on Carmen Phillips. It's her 3rd foul. Both teams with 3 fouls in this quarter. First free throw misses for Ballard. Can tie her career high of 6 with the second. Dean comes out, Chloe Smith back in. Playing with those 4 fouls with 3:05 now left to go. Second free throw swishes home. Pennington being hounded by Collins. They put her on her all the way up the floor and then have Catherine Ballard waiting at half court to bring a double as soon as she crosses the timeline. Smith, left block to right block, finds Phillips wide open. Carmen Phillips now with 6. She had 6 against South Warren on Tuesday. Chloe again with that assist, this time not from the elbow to the block, but from the baseline to the block. They brought the double against her and she saw right through it. 48-33. Left side, Catherine Ballard spins. Double team comes with Phillips. Tries to get it down low, but Carmen kicks it out of bounds with 2.5 minutes left to go. Dean checks in, Smith back out. Just switching offense and defense right now to make sure Chloe doesn't foul out of this game. Chloe Collins will inbound. It's deflected by Dean, and Phillips chases it down on the baseline. Pennington wants it, gets it through a double team. And as she brings it across half court, Coach Taylor takes a timeout in the fray, partially to get Chloe Smith back into the game and partially because Allie was in a bit of trouble trying to get through that double team. Although if anybody can get through it, it is Allie Pennington.
Second timeout charge to the Wildcats.
With a very quiet 19 points tonight. It's that Larisha Cawthorn effect that we got to see the last couple of years for Franklin-Simpson, where somehow 19 points seems quiet. She's knocked down 4 shots from outside, the 11th game this season where she's made at least 3 3-pointers. Has hit 7 times this year, a season high of 9 in that 39-point explosion against Allen County Scottsville. I've messaged a couple of people to figure out, as Coach Taylor's told me she's trying to piece together a record book going back through the years of Lady Cat basketball. And the 8 early on this season that Allie Pennington hit wasn't a record for Franklin-Simpson. To find out if those 9 3-pointers were a record for the Lady Cats, and we'll keep digging to see if we can figure that out. If anybody's listening, if you got up the numbers and you know it, please let us know. As we get back underway, Rigsby brings it into the front court. Franklin-Simpson, time is on their side, up by 15 with 2:15 left. Right now, Rigsby and Mackenzie Taylor just passing it back and forth as Garrett is the only one out there to pressure because Chloe Collins is just sitting there in front of Allie Pennington. Now the double team comes. They're trapping everything. Taylor, Rigsby still passing it back and forth, goes down low to Phillips. She was open for a moment. Now everyone collapses on her, and then a reach-in foul is going to be called against Catherine Ballard. That's the 4th on Todd County Central. Franklin-Simpson now in the bonus for the final 2 minutes.
Foul is on number 3, the Lady Rebels.
Madeline Dean will come back in for the Lady Cats. Phillips will come out. Dean, Smith down low. The guards, Rigsby, Taylor, and Pennington. Taylor gets the inbound wide open in the right corner, then right back to Rigsby. Those two just continuing to pass it back and forth. No pressure on them because of the face guarding of Pennington. Now springs free off a screen, does Allie, and she's got it on the right side. Rigsby setting her a screen. Allie just some separation dribbles, then gives it right back to Milo with 1:40 left to go. Rigsby up top. Taylor has it knocked away, and Collins is up with the turnover. Pennington now all over her on the left side. Bumps and looks like she knew the foul was coming before it was actually called, and then the whistle blew.
For the Lady Wildcats, her second, team 4th.
That's the 4th on Franklin-Simpson. So both teams now in the bonus for the final 134 of this ball game, with FS up 48-33. Collins up top. Taylor guards her at the top of the key. Todd County needs offense. They need it fast. Garrett on the right side, guarded by Pennington. Forces it over on the left side. Slicing through and missing is Madeline Ballard. Rebounded down low by Chloe Smith. And Coach Suttle was teed up. He thought there was a shooting foul against Ballard down there and was immediately teed up by the official. And Hallie Pennington will go to take the free throws. Mila thought because she had the ball that she was fouled. And Hallie steps up and tells her that she'll take care of these. Has made her last 3. Fires up the first of these 2, and it's good. And you can give her her 8th game of at least 20 points on the season. Second one good as well. And the Lady Cats lead it 50-33. On the season, 7-2 when scoring at least 50. They are 91-7 under Ashley Taylor when hitting the half-a-century point mark. We do get a foul.
And foul on the Lady Rebels, number 24.
Away from the ball during all that chaos. Franklin-Simpson already forced a turnover. Now a foul is called against Merriweather. That will send Chloe Smith to the free throw line. So Lady Rebels don't even get a chance to respond, and Chloe stands at the line for 2 free throws. Her first one good. She's now made 3 in a row. Lady Cats were 8 for 17 at the free throw line. I say Lady Cats. Smith and Pennington were 8 for 17 at the free throw line through 3 quarters. Chloe fires up the second of these 2, and that combination is now 6 for 6 in the fourth quarter when it's counted most. 52-33, Franklin-Simpson has shut this thing down. Minute 15 left to go. Left side, 3-pointer fired up by Garrett. She swishes it home. 10 points for Garrett. Makes it 52-36. Pennington brings it across. Collins guarding her. Crossover dribble behind the back at the free throw line. Steps back and fires. Misses the 2-point jumper. Smith fighting for the rebound. It's tipped out. We'll go to Todd County Central with 49 seconds left to go. Allie was trying to get her one more. Coach Taylor not too pleased. As Collins will bring it across with 45 seconds left to go. Franklin-Simpson will move to 10-4 on the season as Merriweather lost the pass from Collins out of bounds with 40 seconds left. Todd County Central falling to a frustrating 2-13, but played this game the way they needed to. Make it scrappy, make it ugly. But Pennington and Smith just too much, as has been the case so often in the 10 wins for Franklin-Simpson this season. Lady Cats content to hold this one out if the Lady Rebels will let them. Pennington driving behind the back dribble, steps back, sent Collins flying, but not going to take the shot as a double team comes. Just wanted to flex a bit there at the end. 15 seconds left. Taylor leaves it for Dean. She drives in and scores. Beautiful execution. Deserves to put it in. 8 in the corner for Madeline Dean. 54-36 Franklin-Simpson leads. 3 seconds to make it 1 for Todd County Central. Smith gets another steal just for good measure. Throws it up at the horn, and this one is over. Franklin-Simpson puts up 21 in the final quarter. They were up by 9 heading into the frame. They win it by 18. 54-36. Franklin-Simpson takes it over Todd County Central in this girls 13th district basketball matchup. Again, the Lady Cats moving to 10-4 overall in the season, 1-0 in 13th district play. Todd County Central falls to 2-13 and 0-1 in the district. We'll get you all the stats from this one. Chat with Coach Taylor, as well as pick out our Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game on the girls side. Ja'Kai Partinger, our winner earlier on. We'll figure out who it's going to be for the girls right after this. Again, your final score, Franklin-Simpson 54, Todd County Central 36. Post game on the way after this on 92.3 WFKN.
We keep things moving, from the work trucks to the family vans. We all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin-Simpson watch party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
(54-36) our final score from Todd County Central High School in the girls matchup between Franklin-Simpson and Todd County Central. It's a sweep tonight for FS. The Wildcats winning 64-63, a 1-point win. Whether it be that or an 18-point win for the Lady Cats, you'll take it either way. Both teams now 1-0 in 13th district play. As we talked about with Coach Spencer, a whole new season gets underway tonight as both teams dive into the 13th district slate, defending as the reigning 13th district tournament champions. Franklin-Simpson looking to make it 3 straight years on the girls' side that they've won that championship, but tonight makes it 17 straight overall wins against District 13 opponents. This overall win number 40 for head coach Ashley Taylor within this district. She is 40-2 against 13th district teams in her career. Tyler Eaton with you as we get our post-game show underway. If you're still sticking with us, appreciate you joining us on 92.3 WFKN or watching along on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9 as we await head coach Ashley Taylor for our post-game interview, as well as picking out our Pelican Snowballs of Franklin player of the game. Let's take a look at our numbers from this one. Allie Pennington leading the way for Franklin-Simpson with 21 points. 9 of them come in a second quarter flurry of 3 3-pointers. She hit one more 3-pointer in the fourth quarter, went 4 for 4 from the 3-point line in that final frame as well. She and Chloe Smith went 8 for 17 on their free throws the first 3 quarters. They finished 6 for 6 when it mattered most in the final 8 minutes. In fact, they take every single free throw for Franklin-Simpson in this game, ultimately combining to go 14 for 23. Chloe, who we mentioned, finishes with 13 points. She can now say that she's been in double figures for every single Franklin-Simpson win this season, and with her 13 points, she now has 974 for her career. We were talking about that 1,000 career mark coming up with her before the game. She's now got just 26 more points until she reaches 1,000 for her Franklin-Simpson career after she hit 500 earlier this season, had 535 career rebounds, I should say, coming into this game here tonight. A massive 8 points all in the fourth quarter from Madeline Dean. Had a 6-point flurry out of absolutely nowhere. 6 in a matter of a minute and a half to open the fourth quarter. 6 points coming from Carmen Phillips as well. Came in averaging 2 points per game, 3 points per game for Madeline Dean for that matter. Haley Crafton gives 4 points for Franklin-Simpson in the first half. Mila Rigsby with 2 rounds out the scoring for the Lady Cats, who make 4 3-pointers and, as I mentioned, go 14 for 23 at the free throw line. 34 of the 54 for the Lady Cats coming from that duo of Chloe Smith and Allie Pennington. I referenced this coming into the ball game and even going back to that South Warren win on Tuesday for the Lady Cats. It was the Chloe and Allie show. Around 70% of the points for Franklin-Simpson, 72% in that South Warren game came from that duo. 68% of them on the season have come from those two. You'll take just 34 of the 54 tonight with the help that they were able to get from the supporting cast. 10 points from Damia Garrett leads the way. The 5'5 senior for Todd County Central makes 2 of their 5 3-pointers in this one. 9 points from Catherine Ballard. 6 points apiece for Chloe Collins and Madeline Ballard, and do want to give kudos. I did it several times on the broadcast, but once again to Chloe Collins, the job that she did. I know that Allie Pennington finishes with 21 points, but they were a hard-earned 21 points, and 7 of them didn't come until the fourth quarter when this game was pretty much sealed and she was able to pick some up at the free throw line. Collins, a great job of shadowing Pennington everywhere that she went all night long, was picking her up full court, had some help at times, but was just having to follow her everywhere that she went, around the screens, on the ball, off the ball. Just a good job tonight defensively from Collins, and a good job overall from Todd County Central to hold this Franklin-Simpson team to their season average of 54 points. 3 points from Azia Tandy, 2 points from Malia Merriweather rounds out the scoring from Todd County Central here tonight. 36 points put up on the board. It breaks a streak of 4 straight with at least 40 points for the Lady Rebels. And more importantly, as I'll talk to Coach Taylor about a moment to celebrate. 75 consecutive wins for Franklin-Simpson, holding opponents under 40 points under head coach Taylor. And I mentioned the overall record earlier. She's now 123-31 at Franklin-Simpson. How remarkable that 75 of those wins over 6 years, not even 6 full years, 5.5 wins, 75 times opponents have been held under 40 points. And Franklin-Simpson has won every single one of those games. Lady Cats also move all-time to 92-7 under Coach Taylor when scoring at least 50 points. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Coach Taylor. This is one of those times, not surprised it's a longer meeting in the locker room, not too much I would assume to be thrilled about after this one, but we're happy to have Coach Taylor on with us if she's able to make it right after this on 92.3 WFKN. Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the jump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the jump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Shotgun snap. He's blitzed. Throw the jump ball into the end zone. Groves. He caught it. Signal a touchdown. The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down. Franklin-Simpson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Back with you here at Todd County Central High School as Ashley Taylor has joined us as she immediately sat down and started trying to hit every single button that's on the mixer. You know, when I'm here, I'm going to call you out for that. Like, I'm not just going to.
This one's my favorite.
Why? Would you like to tell everybody, for all the people listening on the radio? You want to wave hi? Everybody on Channel 9 could see you doing this right now. This is the Ashley Taylor experience.
Tuning in.
Ashley, I don't know if you know this, and it's not because I'm here. I mean, I'm too humble to say that, but this is a night of fantastic celebration and achievement. Would you like to guess why?
I love that you're about to tell me because I do not know.
This is the 75th consecutive time that you have won a game as head coach when holding an opposing team under 40 points.
Stop it.
My favorite number in the world. And I'm so glad the first game back I'm able to throw that at you.
I like that.
And I want to start on the defensive side because I know that's what you pride yourself on most. And, you know, offense is flashier. It's the easier thing to talk about. Defensively, this is a Todd County team. They've struggled with efficiency, but I thought you guys did a really good job in particular on Garrett, who the last 4 games, their game plan was just let her shoot it as many times as humanly possible. She did not get that many shots off against you guys tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely something we've seen, you know, where they're missing one of their main pieces. And so what I told my girls is they would rather score it or shoot it, a bad, not even a great one, than turn it over. And so they're letting it go. Like, there's no holding it back. I knew they would shoot it well at home. They hit a couple here on us. Some of them were a defensive breakdown we had, you know, trying to get that steal. We got to be solid. And so that's kind of what we talked about defensively.
Really weird night offensively, a lot of turnovers. I thought there were a lot of times that the sets were executed well and just couldn't get shots to fall. It was a little bit like the Southmoreland game on Tuesday. Where do you gauge where your team is at with that right now? I texted you earlier this season. I'm like, this is a completely different offense from how this was operated last year. Halfway through the year, what's your assessment of where the team is at?
Well, it's no secret now. We're just seeing a bunch of junk defenses. That's what I call them, a bunch of junk defenses. What can we do to make AP give it up? And then it's a different read of how they do it after that. So we went from being very efficient offensively to now we're back to figuring it out with kids that don't have a ton of teams for making reads. I thought in the first half, if our post players would have scored it like they did in the second half, you know, we talked about it in there. Carmen had 8 in the second half, or 6. Madeline had 8. Chloe had all 10.
She finished with 13.
Yeah, so she had 10 in the second half. So they scored in the second half. If we would have done that early, I felt like we could have got them out of that junk defense a little bit. And then we can see either a zone or a man, you know. And so it's just about learning to play out of it. And it's on the fly. And it's here, we're going to do this to kind of It's not something that you can really prep and plan for because everybody does it a little bit differently. And so what I'm proud of our girls is, we turned it over a lot, but we started making the right reads. I saw growth throughout the game. And that is, you know, we're not a young team. We're older, but we're not as experienced. And so
there's a difference in terms of just looking at juniors and seniors versus the playing time with all that was lost from last year's team.
Definitely. And so they're continuing to grow. We're continuing to work on it. We're not where we want to be with it yet. We're not. And that's when you have these lulls and things in games when we go a couple possessions without scoring. And if we can keep Chloe Smith out of foul trouble, that would definitely help too.
Well, you mentioned the vision there in the second half, and I want to talk about that in particular, and this is me picking your coach brain more than anything. With the last 2 seasons, we saw that high-low with Chloe and Larisha so much, and that's kind of evolved now. We saw it a few times on the baseline, high-low. How much of an adjustment is that for her? I don't know if it's a trust adjustment, just an adjustment in targets of going from that being with Larisha Cawthorn to now it being a Carmen or Madeline. It's like you're a quarterback throwing to a different receiver every play.
Definitely. You know, it's for Chloe, like people always saw her play the last 3 years, but she's in a brand new role. She's more in the Risha role. And then the other ones are now getting to play the Chloe role. And so she was really frustrated at the beginning of the year. And I told her, man, you have to give yourself room to grow too. And so that's kind of what we talked about with her. I think that she has worked on everything that we've asked her to do. And as a coach, man, I live with that. Now, I did tell her, though, she's too good of a free throw shooter to...
She knows that.
Yes. So that was definitely one of my key points.
At
next to her.
The fourth quarter when it mattered.
Yes.
She and Allie, I think Allie would say the same thing, as she's a better free throw shooter than what she did tonight.
Yeah, and then I think that the foul trouble early on took her completely out of the game.
Yeah.
Now she's trying to let it roll off her back, letting me handle it with the refs and things like that, and she's trying to just play through all of it. And so I've seen growth in that. And so that's what you want to see out of your players, man. It's so much more than just here's an X and O. Can you run this play? Can you put it in the hoop? You know, that's what in terms of you can win it, you know, but it's so much more that goes into it. And I'm proud of my team that no matter what, they're willing to do whatever coach asks them to do.
Madeline Dean comes out the first minute and a half of the fourth quarter, scores 6 straight. She finishes with 8 points, just a point off of the high that she's had this season. She's another one that role is kind of changing. There are going to be games where her role is just different for this team, but you're looking at this squad, anybody outside of Allie, anybody outside of Chloe, you get 8 points from somebody, you're going to win a lot of games.
That's what we talk about. You know, we talk about we're probably going to have 2 in double figures, and one more has got to be there. And so what Madeline and Carmen did was kind of combine for that together. And so that's okay too. You know, now we just got to get our guards. I thought Harley played really well in the first half. I thought she got some run-outs and finishes, something that I've seen from her. I think she's getting more aggressive there. Mila and Kinsey got to get comfortable, and Harley in the half court making those reads. And those are just, you got to keep, here's what I love about them. Coach, I went home and watched the film. I saw what you were talking about. Those are things that they say after. And we watch a lot of film. And then we go in practice and we work on it. And so it's just we want to be climbing up.
Yeah.
And, you know, we played really well over Christmas break, and now we're seeing different defenses, which is normal. You know, when you have somebody like an Allie, it's normal, you know, and it's not something we've ever seen. People box in one Risha, but it's a lot different when she's
when you go from
in
the post, you go
well,
when you've got somebody going man-to-man full way up the court and a shader waiting at half court.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole different defense.
It's a lot different. So, you know, it's just a learning experience for us all. And so, you know, it's our job. We draw it up. We look at different things. We see what's working, and then they adjust, and then they start making reads.
Well, if it was up to me, I'd sit here for 30 more minutes, and we just keep catching up. But they've turned off half the lights. We've got a big game coming up tomorrow.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
No. Anyway, well, if it was up to me, I wouldn't stay here. Don't you worry. You can get me back to Franklin from this cursed place. But big game tomorrow coming up. Region championship rematch from a year ago. So much on the line. There's going to be a lot of noise around it. How do you flip the script and get these girls ready to go?
Man, I think we're a team that takes it one game at a time. Like, we don't really talk about our last year stuff much. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, we celebrated it. We won it. This team is so different than them. I wanted that pressure of that to be off of them. So we don't talk about it. And I'll be honest with you, we won't even talk about it being a matchup. What we talk about is that they're playing really well. They're very aggressive. Yeah. They naturally play the junk defenses all the time. So we're going to see it again. And so we'll talk about things that we saw tonight. We'll watch this film too, and then, you know, make our reads and keep Chloe Smith out of foul trouble.
That'll be a big, especially tomorrow night. She's going to have quite the challenge. Her and Josie going at it. That'll be a fun one. Coach, appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
That's Coach Ashley Taylor joining us on our post-game show as we chatted about Madeline Dean. She is our player of the game, presented by Pelican Snowballs of Franklin. She, Ja'Kai Partinger, take home the honors for Franklin-Simpson tonight. Wildcats, Lady Cats, both winners. Franklin-Simpson on the boys' side wins it 64-63. Lady Cats win it 54-36. As we mentioned, we'll be back at it tomorrow. It's girls-only varsity scheduled to start around 5:30 at Franklin-Simpson High School. Could start a little bit earlier, could be a little bit later. We'll kind of monitor it. Plan on us being on the air around 5:15 here on WFKN and streaming it on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. For Aaron Talley running everything on Channel 9, back in the studio, Kendra Holt doing a fantastic job as always on the radio side. I'm Tyler Eaton. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of Franklin-Simpson basketball on 92.3 WFKN. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.